on the Oologah Mustang Sports Network. This is Mustang football.
Let's go!
Now, here's your host, Brent Kellogg, Brady Despain, and Doug Winters.
Well, there's an old saying, necessity is the mother of invention. It's the mother of something, all right. Challenging times force you to be creative. COVID-19 has done that in many, many ways. They force schools to tap into technology through distance learning, force houses of worship to figure out how to utilize technology to have church, businesses to equip employees to work for a safe place. And they force sports teams to figure it out. How do you play in pandemic? Hello, everyone. My name is Brent Kellogg. I'm joined by the reigning hula hoop champion of Collinsville High School.
How do you find out these things?
However, I understand that took place prior to the invention of color television, so there's no video evidence to take place.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm joined by our girls' high school basketball coach, Doug Winters. Doug, please, you have to tell me that story.
Oh, we had a senior assembly, and it's 50s day, so we had a hula hoop contest with all the classes, and I was the senior rep, and I won it. So that's.
I don't know if reigning champion is the proper terminology.
No, my figure has changed.
Kevin Hoag's on the sideline for us tonight. Kevin, I don't know if you can hear me. Are you there?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
So did he put that on his resume when he applied at Oologah High School, that he was the reigning hula hoop champion of Collinsville High School?
Lord.
I don't remember that, but that would have been impressive.
Well, it's going to be a fun night tonight. I can't introduce Kevin like that. I have to be nice to him because my children have yet to graduate, and their graduation requires his signature, so I'm staying from digging up dirt on him.
Hold it.
But you're a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. I might get him their junior year, right?
Nope, he's done. Well, my daughter could be.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Every week I title my pregame notes Week 1, Week 2, Week 3. I include the opponent title in there as well. My notes tonight say Game 4, Week 7, maybe. I don't even know what week in high school football we are. COVID has caused us to get creative. And so here's the interesting fact. We're going to talk a lot about this tonight, that this is the first of 3 games that the Mustangs will play over the next 8 days. And we're going to talk more about that schedule coming up. The biggest thing tonight, we're going to talk about keys for success. Don't get caught looking. Catoosa, pretty similar situation last night. I think Catoosa's over coming into tonight's game. But your next 2 games, we're going to play Monday night. We'll talk about that. We've got a big game next Friday night. We'll talk about that. Tonight could smell trap game. And you said it last week, you got to respect every game.
You respect every opponent because you never know. It might be their night. Catoosa's had some rough nights. I think they had a tremendous amount of turnovers against Wagner. I think Wagner had 28 points, just defensive scores. So you never know. They might put it together on one particular night, and you better be ready.
They're good. We're going to break them down. We'll talk with Coach Wagner here in just a little bit. And here's the thing. There's not a single kid on our roster that says, oh, man, we have to play 3 games in 8 days. They want to play.
I talked to my son about this very issue, and he said if it was a Monday practice or a Monday game, they'd rather play than practice.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think they're on board. As a coach, you're worried about physical fatigue, susceptible to injuries, looking at playoffs and down the road, but a player loves to play.
So here we are, ready or not, 3 games. Tonight, Catoosa's come to Oologah. We will travel to Grove Monday night. And then next Friday night, traditionally it's a big game. Wagner is big. They're also susceptible, but we will be on the road next Friday night at Wagner. So, Kevin, let's go to the sideline with you. I know it's fall break, but these kids are excited. They're ready to play. They're ready to run this gauntlet of the next 3 games.
Absolutely. Kind of got back to normal, having back-to-back games again, even though we have fall break. Today was a little bit different. But the vibe in the hallway, it seemed normal again, even though we know it's not. It was nice to see, and the kids are fired up.
Absolutely. Kevin, any thoughts from you? We're going to take a Doug, any thoughts from you before we take our first break?
No.
We will be back with more. We're going to sit down and visit with Channel 8's news director, TJ Eckert, kind of get his take. Some big games got canceled tonight because of COVID. We'll talk about that. And we have got more coming up on the Advanced Homes Mustang Tailgate Show. This is the Oologah Mustang Network. We'll be back with more right after this.
I want to take a minute and tell you about my friends at Gator Tees, where you can get the best in custom screen printing. I've used Gator Tees custom screen printing for over 20 years. They're reliable, dependable, creative, and simply the best. Whether it's your church group, Boy or Girl Scout troop, school club, sports team, you name it, Gator Tees does it all. You can bring your own design, or they'll create a unique, state-of-the-art, one-of-a-kind design created just for you, your event, or organization. Gator Tees has been making the best t-shirt designs in the Tulsa area for a long time. Give my friend Gator a call for a small or extra large order. Gator Tees is the place to trust. You're going to pay the same, so why not get the best? Gator Tees, 918-630-4357. That's 918-630-4357. Gator Tees, custom screen printing and apparel. And go Mustangs!
Welcome back to the Mustang Tailgate Show, brought to you by Advanced Homes. And one of my favorite segments of our tailgate show, always take time. And TJ, first of all, man, thank you. I know you are a busy guy with a lot to cover, even in the middle of the pandemic, for taking time out of your weekly schedule to spend some time with us guys from Oologah. And I just want to say thank you for that. And, man, it's fall break. Schedules are a little bit wonky, but we're also getting into a little bit of a unique thing where teams are having to play makeup games. And so I know that's probably doubling up on your workload as well. For example, here at Oologah, we have 3 games in the next 8 days, and so life is okay. It's crazy now, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. First off, appreciate the thanks and all that. I appreciate you guys letting me do this. It's a lot of fun, and I think we've mentioned it before. The more time I get to talk about sports, the better. Our time keeps dwindling on TV, so we may as well add some time on here. So I appreciate that, no doubt about it. But yeah, how odd is this, right? 3 games in 8 days. Normally we're preparing for a game every 7, maybe a game every 6 for playing a random Thursday night game like we would be this week. But, yeah, I mean, Oologah's got 3 and 8. Cleveland's got 3 and 8. I'm sure there's other teams all around the state that are doing it too. It's odd, and, actually I was asked about this last week about how I felt about that, how as a player I would feel. And, honestly, it would be kind of fun, especially, in high school. I just played quarterback. I didn't play both ways. So I think if I was that way in high school still, and that happened to me, I would love it. I'm not getting hit all the time, and I'm not having to tackle people. I wouldn't be super sore. Some of those guys that are playing both ways, banging around, might be kind of tough. But at the end of the day, as long as they're getting their games in, I think that the kids will be happy.
Well, and COVID's even affected your. I mean, one of the games you guys were looking forward to covering tonight would have been Jinx Santa Fe, and of course, you broke news yesterday or earlier in the week that game's not going to happen.
Yeah, so. That was going to probably be our game of the week. We got a couple other options, but that was going to be probably the best game in the state. Santa Fe beat Jinx last year in Jinx, and so it was going to be kind of a little bit of a revenge game, I think, for Jinx. So,
well, what is your game of the week? I know there's a couple of good games out there. Where are you guys going tonight?
Yeah, we're going to call Lincoln Christian and Seminole our game of the week, and simply because Lincoln's one of the better teams in the state that nobody's really talking about, and they just won a state championship. It's kind of funny. They've just kind of, people kind of thought, maybe one hit wonder and they'll fall off again. Well, they lose their quarterback, and they are just steamrolling right along again, still undefeated, and pretty good chance to roll through Seminole again tonight.
Seminole's long powerhouse. I know Oologah's played some battles with Seminole down through the decades, and so it should be a good game tonight, hopefully, for that. I know it's a battle of the Christians, Victory Christian playing Metro Christian tonight. I'm also kind of excited to see the score on that one.
Yeah, it should be a good game, and it's kind of odd. They're only a couple miles away, and they never play each other. So this is, I think, maybe the 3rd time they've done it in quite some time, or can't remember the exact stats on that, but they never play. So that'll be fun. And again, similar to what Jinx and Santa Fe was, this is kind of a district title game here. With Metro beat Beggs last week, and Victory is still undefeated in district as well. So these two teams are right there at the top of that district, and so it means a lot. And then obviously it means a lot because they're probably quite a bit of familiarity between the kids. So it should be a fun game there.
Let me ask you this before we wrap up. Any surprises this year? Because I know the pandemic, it's just been I was at a marching band competition earlier in the week, and it's just different. Everything's different. When you kind of look over high school football, any surprises, any teams doing better than expected, or some maybe haven't produced the results you kind of thought they would?
Sure, yeah. It's with the pandemic and everything, it's kind of allowed the cream to rise to the top, if that makes sense. The teams that didn't get a lot of all these teams didn't get a lot of prep. So teams that had seniors and experience and maybe a little bit of tradition, I guess, with a culture, coaching staff, those teams have kind of risen to the top. So the 6As, Owasso and Jinx are up there at the top. Bixby, Stillwater at the top of 6A too. 5A, there's a few teams that are surprising may not be the right word, but maybe it just impressed. Collinsville and Bishop Kelly. Probably two state title contenders, both undefeated still. And Kelly beat some really good teams early in the season. Collinsville went up and beat team 6A2 in Bartlesville. So, and Bixby smoked Carl Albert, and then Carl Albert had trouble with Bishop McGinnis. They ended up winning last week. But I think 5A is pretty wide open, and we got two teams on this side of the state that are going to be right there in contention. So, lots of teams that you would expect to be good, but you don't know because of the pandemic, and then these teams step up. I think it's just because of that experience, that senior leadership, and the fact that they got a culture of winning. I think that's kind of what these teams are leaning on right now.
TJ, you are the go-to guy for high school sports. Once you watch the Mustangs tonight, make sure you tune over to Channel 8 and catch TJ Eckert and his team as they wrap up high school sports. My friend, it is a joy and honor.
Social distancing slows the spread of coronavirus, so if you have a fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going in. More info at coronavirus.gov. Let's all do our part, because we're all #AloneTogether. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Advanced Homes Mustang Tailgate Show. Glad you're joining us now. It's time for our weekly visit with our head coach, Darren Wagner. Coach, first of all, congratulations on the big win last Friday night. What did it feel like for the team to get that win under their belt?
Well, I think everybody was excited just to run out on the field and play football again. It'd been 28 days between games. That's a grind this time of year to go that many days practicing without having a game. So the kids were excited. We're a little bit rusty. We had a few penalties and things like that, but overall, I thought we were pretty sharp on defense and pretty sharp on offense for the most part.
So because of coronavirus, we have to make up a couple of ball games, and so they're squeezing those in earlier in the week. So right now you're looking at a little bit of a gauntlet. You have 3 games in 8 days. How do you prepare for that?
Well, I don't know. I've never done it before. That's the honest answer. And so... And we never we never work on more than one opponent at a time. That's never the message we want to send to our guys. Right. It's hard to do. We always say, let's go 1-0 this week. And so we have Catoosa tonight, and we need to play really well. The coaches have done some background work ahead during the 3 weeks we didn't play. We've seen Catoosa live and in person. We have some film. We have some stuff entered into the computer. We have some scout books ready to go for like Grove and Wagner, and so we've tried to work ahead just on the weekend work that you're normally doing. And so we've done everything we can to try to lessen the time. But as far as on the field and the game plan, none of that's developed yet. So when we put Catoosa to bed Thursday night, we'll get up bright and early Friday. Coaches will work all day. It's fall break. Kids will come in the afternoon. There'll be walk-through film, recovery lift, and they'll be getting introduced. We'll have Saturday, Sunday to get ready, and we'll roll in Monday. It'll be game day, ready to go.
So, and I mean, we're not the only program facing this. There's programs all over the state that are dealing with it. So there is a little bit of comfort in that we may not be the only guys doing that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, SkyTook's in the same boat. That Wednesday afternoon that they went into quarantine and notified us that they wouldn't be able to play, that means they've missed 2 games in the district. So they're running the same gauntlet. It's just difficult. As a coach, you pride yourself in being prepared, and you don't have as much time as you normally have. We're aware of what those teams do from film study and things like that, and have an idea how we're going to attack them. But the biggest thing is getting our kids turned around, getting that recovery lift, getting the soreness out, and getting them mentally ready to go against another opponent. Usually you like to win a game on Friday and have some film on Saturday and correct it and enjoy the weekend, have Sunday with your family, and then you got 4 days to prepare. Well, that's not the case. So our kids have to be really mature and flexible. Some of our kids had fall break plans that they had to break just because of how this schedule has turned out. But we all wanted to play football, and we're getting to play it, and we're going to deal with it and do the best we can with it.
Absolutely. When you came to Oologah, you brought a couple of new faces with you. Let's introduce some of those guys. Let's talk about your defensive coordinator, Ethan. Give us a little bit of background on him and what was intriguing to you to bring him to the program.
Yeah, I'm really excited to have Ethan Rowe on board. He's our defensive coordinator, coaches our defensive backs. He was the defensive back coach at Metro Christian, and I remember Zoom interviewing Ethan for 4 hours one morning when we were all shut down. And we wanted to go to a 3-4 scheme. We felt like it could be a little bit more multiple, especially against some of these spread power offenses that we're seeing in our district and on our schedule. And I knew he's a young guy, brings a lot of energy, a lot of positive juice to practice every single day, has great relationships with kids. And it didn't take me long to know that he was the guy. We just had to get him sold on being a Mustang, and that happened. You know, he's a great teacher in the classroom as well, and kids have really responded to him. And more than anything, I was excited to see that defense get a shutout last week against Miami, and that was the big thing. We thought there could be a little bit of rust on offense, but we really wanted to come out and pitch a shutout if possible against Miami, and we were able to get it.
Well, you're getting ready to go into a 3-game gauntlet. Thing you don't want to do is you don't want to overlook Catoosa. I don't think they have a win in their record books for this season, and you can be guilty of looking ahead. What can we expect tonight from the Mustangs?
Well, first of all, Catoosa's really good defensively. They have had their struggles on the offensive side of the ball. And that was the first thing. We've seen them twice in person scouting because we didn't have Friday night games during this quarantine that was going on. And so they are impressive defensively. Offensively, they've stubbed their toe, turned it over, given up some short fields, and put that defense in a tough position. Because we watched them play Skytook. We watched them play Claremore. And eventually the dam broke. They just got put in a bad position. The dam broke, and then points got put on the board. So they have our attention all the way around. And they're a little bit, offensively, Catoosa's a little unorthodox. They'll come out in some formations, unbalanced sets that you haven't seen. So we've been preparing for something that maybe we haven't seen on film. And so I think what we have to do is be alert defensively, keep things in front of us, and make Catoosa drive the field. Don't let them have one snap where they trick us and get points on the board or give up a big play. That's really been the message. And offensively, we had 9 penalties for 85 yards last week. And some of those, going back and watching the film, didn't necessarily agree with. Some of them were flags. Mm-hmm. And we got to stay out of 1st and 20. Yeah. We were off schedule some last week, and play calling, we had to jump into some different things because we were off schedule. So we got to get some of that turned around and clean play up on offense.
But if you love high school football, the next 8 days were made for you.
You're going to get some football the next 8 days. So.
Yeah. So we're on the road at Grove Friday or Monday night as well, right?
Yes, we're on the road at Grove Monday, and then we go to number 1 Wagner on Friday.
Yeah, it's a busy week. So anyway, tonight it starts with Catoosa. We'll be back with more of the Advanced Home Tailgate Show right after this.
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your family. Our team has an expert ability to take your individual ideas and build the blueprints that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way. Visit our website, advancedhbi.com, or call us today, 918-855-6597. Advanced Homes, building your dreams.
Welcome back to the Mustang Tailgate Show, brought to you by Advanced Homes. Looking down on the sideline, Principal Kevin Hogue has actually got a man dressed in a Hawaiian shirt. Can you grab him?
Do it now. I got Mr. Matthews right here.
Yeah, he is, and he's dressed to kill tonight, I'm telling you. Big thing happened. Talk to us a little bit about what went down this week in the Stallion Battalion Marching Band.
Yeah, so talk about the competition this week and superior rating.
Well, we competed. We got to compete at the OSSAA Northeast Regional Marching Contest. It was a big deal because with COVID and everything, we weren't sure if it was going to happen. So not only did we get to compete, but we actually hosted it here in Oologah, which was great. Kids did great. Everyone visited, had a great time, and our band actually was the last band of the day and earned a superior rating. So very happy.
Congratulations. That is awesome. And you look great. Tell him he looks fantastic
He does
tonight.
look great. Thank you.
Fortunately, our camera was covering that, so we're about 7.5 minutes away until kickoff. The national anthem has been played by the Stallion Battalion. I think it's alumni night as well because I saw some of our former Mustang band kids were playing instruments. So glad to have some former students along with us tonight. Gentlemen, let's talk a little bit about tonight's game, the keys to the game. What do the Mustangs have to do tonight to be successful? Doug, we'll start with you.
I think, again, no turnovers early. Put your dominance on them early. Don't give them any good feelings and confidence. They're struggling right now. If we put our will up on them early, I think they'll fold. But if we give them a short field with a couple of turnovers and they convert and they believe, it may be a long night.
Absolutely. Kevin, what about you? What do the Mustangs need to do tonight in order to find success at the end of the game?
Sure, my mind goes two places. Again, I'm going to piggyback on the turnovers. Last week we only had one, and I think it was in the second half, and so that propelled us to a good start. But I think penalties. Last week we had right at about 100 yards of plays called back because of holding penalties. So I know we got to clean that up.
Well, we just talked about with Coach Wagner, too, in the pregame show. That's one of the things they really focused on this week was getting those penalties cleaned up. I'll tell you what, Catoosa's strength is on the defensive side of the ball tonight. And I think we're probably going to face a little bit of a challenge there. So I think that offensive line needs to be strong. I think that offensive line needs to create the running game. We'll talk about some of those statistics here in just a little bit. And so defense, I think they played lights out. I mean, they celebrated this week. Last weekend when we finished the game, there was a goose egg on the visiting side of the score. So you know they were fired up, pumped up, ready to go. And I think tonight, Catoosa's defense is going to be ready to play. Can their offense match? And so we're going to need to find ways to move the ball tonight. But I really do think it could be a trap game. You don't want to get caught looking at Monday night. You don't want to get caught looking at next Friday night. You got to respect the opponent that we have tonight. So.
I think Wagner and his staff do a fine job. I don't think they're going to let that happen.
Yeah,
I really
they didn't even talk to the kids about the schedule.
No.
When we talked about it, he's like, we don't even want them to know that we're having conversation. We're scouting. We're watching tape. That's not even in the dialogue tonight. We've got to deal with Catoosa
one at a time,
one game at a time. So let's talk about who you got. Who's the player you expect tonight to have a big game? Kevin, we'll go down to the sideline to you. If there's a student athlete tonight you're expecting to have a good game, who would you expect that to be?
I'm going to go with Blake Salt. I know that's an easy one with the quarterback, but I think we're going to throw the ball tonight. I think we're going to throw it well with that strength you talked about. Coach Heath is the defensive coordinator over there at Catoosa. Very well-respected guy. I think we're going to throw it and hit some big plays over the top.
Who you got?
Well, if we're going to throw the ball a lot, I'm going to come with the big noodle. Noodle, number 11, Isaiah Ryan. I will say 2 touchdowns for Isaiah Ryan.
He needs to have a big night. And, so it's his first time to play football, I would imagine, since 5th, 6th grade. He's a basketball player, strong, tall kid. But I was down on the field last week when he come running by me. I'm like, good Lord, that boy's tall. Yeah. And you only get better. Lots of time to practice. I could see him having a breakout game tonight.
I think they're going to focus on Eckert because he's a heck of a receiver, and I think he's going to get some good opportunities.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, I can't get past Gabe Grazier. I'm just more impressed to watch. I think Gabe's got an opportunity to go play at the next level. Even some D1 schools, I think, are going to take a look at him. And I just think Gabe's going to have a big night tonight, going to protect his quarterback, give us opportunity to throw the ball. And so I'm excited to see that. So
who does Kevin have?
Well, again, we talked about Blake throwing the ball.
Right.
But I think you hit the nail on the head with Noodle. And look out for Cade Riedel in the tight end. I know that he's been working. He's been rehabbing from an injury a little bit, and that's often an overlooked position.
Let's talk a little bit about stats. I crunched some numbers today. Blake actually has 183 yards on the season rushing, so he's not afraid to tuck the ball and run and head that way. He's got a 61% completion average, but I think is solid. He has been responsible for 4 touchdowns, a couple of those rushing, 648 yards passing in 3 games. So think about that. 3 games. I mean, he's done well. We've done well at passing the ball. Wade Bright, 120 yards rushing with a touchdown. Aiden Trimble, 259 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. So we're running back by committee. Even some of the other guys have been able to get in the mix. Stevens' kid's been able to play some, and so it's a lot of rushing yards by committee. Devin Anchorage, 117 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's a big stat, that 3 touchdowns. A.J. Streeter's had some good games, 70 yards and a touchdown. Isaiah Ryan, actually, he's got 117 yards, so I can see him tonight having a big breakout game for the Mustangs. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to get this thing kicked off. The Mustangs are about ready to take the field. We'll be back with more of the Mustang Tailgate Show, brought to you by Advanced Homes, right after this.
I love this song. I love nachos.
Loving everything, you might be buzzed.
You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Lakeside State Bank has been serving Rogers County since 1976. At Lakeside State Bank, our goal is to ensure that our community will enjoy the benefits of a locally owned and operated financial institution and to provide quality services no matter how simple or complex your banking requirements may be. We proudly offer you the latest in banking technology. Banking convenience is available through any touch-tone phone, internet banking from your home or office computer, and we provide a website full of information. We offer a wide variety of services in personal banking, business banking, loans, and mortgages. We are here to serve you with 2 convenient locations in Chelsea at 516 Walnut Street and on the corner of Highway 88 and 169 in Oologah. Visit our website at lakesidebank.com for more information on how we can serve you. Lakeside State Bank, big enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Rod Henry Construction has been in the business of installing and manufacturing septic tanks and aerobic systems for over 10 years. At Rod Henry Construction, we take pride in providing quality service and products at a reasonable rate. We're proud members of the Home Builders Association and the Better Business Bureau. You can visit our website at rhcinc.net. The customer is always our top priority. Rod Henry Construction is a family-owned and operated business with strong Christian values that will ensure our work. For manufacturing and installation of aerobic and septic systems, service and repair, give Rod Henry Construction a call, 918-371-1207. And go Mustangs!
And the Mustangs have marched their way out of the big Mustang. The marching band's playing the Washington and Lee swing as they march in front of the stands. And man, tonight it is a beautiful uniform. That solid blue jersey and pants, that Vegas gold helmet. Mustangs are fired up and ready to play some football. Big game for us tonight. So the thing about Class 4A District 7, and that's the district we're in, my opinion, my humble opinion, it's the toughest district in Class 4A because you have the likes of Wagner, and they're steamrolling. They're not just beating, they're steamrolling everybody. And you know the tradition between Oologah and Wagner down through the years. I mean, 3 times met in the state championship, and you have Bristow. That's a 4A powerhouse and has been for years. You've got Cleveland that can have some good teams. You've got Grove. You've got the Mustangs that are a legacy team. You have 8 teams in this district that are competing for 4 places to go into the playoffs. And tonight's an important game. Huge game.
Take care of business.
You got to take care of business. I was doing some back checking on some of those former teams of the Mustangs. We would go 0-3 to start the season, then run the table and make it all the way to the state championship game. And so tonight, your march to the championship begins right here. Wagner has these boys believing they can get there again.
Yes. You got to take care of business with games you're supposed to win, and then claw and fight to win those tough games at the top.
Absolutely. Well, the Mustangs won the coin toss, and Catoosa is set and ready to kick it away. They're going to take the ball. We're ready to play Friday Night Football. He's going to get a seam. He's going to start the game with a great break to the 40. He's to midfield at the 50. How about that? Down to the 46-yard line on the other side of the field. What a great return to start this thing for Wade Bright. And one of the statistics I was looking at today, Mustangs have some pretty good return yardage. I think we're right close to the 100 mark. That'll certainly put us over the 100-yard mark of return yardage on the season.
Got a penalty. Things Kevin was talking about.
Yeah, I think they're going to get us for a hold and then also a dead ball penalty. Looks like a personal foul. Not sure who it's on.
Boy, that's so important. Yeah, so there's the holding call on the Mustangs. It's first down. So that negates what was a really great setup for the Mustang offense. So the Mustangs will take over first down and 25.
No, that's a big penalty on the kickoff. You're not looking to really hold your block that long on a kickoff. And to get a holding penalty, that's a big mistake.
Yeah. Mustangs are in an all-blue home jersey. Look sharp with that Vegas gold helmet. And they're having some official conversation. Mustangs are ready to go, but the officials, the umpires talking to the side judge over there to have a conversation probably about ball placement. Beautiful night. This, when you think of Friday night in Oklahoma in the fall, it's a little bit chilly. Some fans are wrapped up in a blanket. Some other guys are in shorts and T-shirt. The flag is just, there's not a lot of wind to play. And I'll tell you what, 2 or 3 hours ago, it was pretty gusty here on the western plains of Rogers County. And Friday night lights are on. This is what Oologah High School Friday night football is all about.
Players love this little nip in the air. You could play all night long.
What if they're going to make them so the personal foul was against Catoosa. There was a holding on us and a personal foul against Catoosa, so that'll bring the ball back a little bit. Looks like they're going to set it now, Mustang 40-yard line. So there they'll take still great field position to start the game. Got Devin Anchorage as the lone receiver to the far side of the field. Now he's in motion. Mustangs had great success last weekend running the ball. They're going to do it again. He's going to pick up about 6 yards.
I don't know if you guys saw that, but Gabe Grazer just maybe the most beautiful pancake block you'll ever see.
I'm telling you, I just the more I watch Gabe and the more the conversation around him, he is set to just go off tonight.
Great kid, but has a mean streak too. So
that's not Principal Hogue speaking there. Handoff going to go up the right side. That's Aiden Trimble on the carry. He'll gain 2. He'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Mustangs.
I was fortunate enough to watch practice this week, and I know they really started working on up tempo, and they're not huddling up. They're going to get on the line and get as many plays in as they can.
And they're telling you what they're going to do. Like, there's no receivers out. It's a power I formation. They dropped the kid off sides, which is probably what they were trying to do, so flags come flying in. Catoosa knows they did it, so they'll walk backwards, and the ball will move 5 yards and be a 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs. Good hard count from Blake Salt.
Smart football.
10 minutes, 58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Catoosa Indians have come down. The Mustangs and the Indians have played for many, many years. Handoff going to go to the left side. He's got some room. Be knocked out of bounds. Again, that was Aiden Trimble on the carry. Gain of 6 on the play. Bring up 2nd down along 4.
Joseph Gaza, the safety, had to make the tackle for Catoosa.
So that offensive line, I think they just believe in their ability tonight to just make plays. They have just lined up in power I formation. I mean, it's almost like it's a goal line stance, and they're just handing the ball. Trimble again. Get maybe a yard on the carry.
I do believe this is two-play territory.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You got a lot of confidence in your offense. Offense comes into tonight's game averaging 429 yards a game. Anchorage again going to go in motion. Salt looking back.
He's open.
He's got him wide open. They set that up. Anchorage at the 20. He's at the 15, 10. Stampede. Touchdown. Boy, they just sucked him right in with running the ball. Beautifully set it up for
that was a great route. Great route. Nice throw.
Boy, they set that up good. They motioned him over and got him on what looked like a safety. He looked lost. He was looking inside for help the whole time. And a nice pitch and catch.
And he realized he got beat. Devin broke out into a little space just like that. Blake found him for Great touchdown as Mustangs get started. 6 points on the board. Blake Oliphant's out to add the PAT. Ball down, kick on the way. It's up and it's good. These guys have been talking a little bit about, it surprised me a little bit that they just came out in power I formation. And I know they were probably setting up that pass over the middle, but we didn't even send receivers out except for 2 or 3 plays in that drive.
Yeah, definitely a big lineup and a luxury to have Wade Bright in there. I saw him on multiple running plays on the second level blocking the safety. He's our backup running back and doing a great job there.
It's a lot of confidence for your offensive line, too, and they just march it down the field, dominate, kind of put their will up on Catoosa.
Here's what's interesting stat for the Mustangs. They're very balanced in offense. Again, this is only game 4 in the season, but we've rushed for 220 yards, and we have passed for 216 yards. So very balanced approach to how we take offense. We're averaging 30 points a game, allowing 20 points a game. Last week skewed that a little bit. You had a 45-0, so it's going to throw your average off a little bit. But looking for this Mustang offense to just develop some octane as we walk through this gauntlet of the next few weeks of playing 4A7 ball. So Oliphant set, ready to kick it away. Not much of a win to be a consideration. Last week with the win, he had several touchbacks. A little bit of a pooch kick. He'll get it at the 15. They'll bring him down about the 32-yard line, so the Catoosa Indians will take over. They've had a little bit of shuffling at the quarterback position. As I met with Coach Wagner this week and talked about that. Last week wasn't the starter that was their quarterback, but he was certainly dangerous. He said number 4 is going to be a big player for them tonight, so they've certainly got him circled on their sheet to watch. So the Indians are going to come out with 4 receivers, 2 to the far side. They're just going to hand it off up the middle, and there's nothing there. They're going to mark him down for a 2-yard loss, so that'll put the Indians behind the chains. I was talking with Wagner this week about starters, and he's like, he said, we rotate so many kids in and out. He said, we're not playing them by starters, we're playing them by rotation. And on their call sheet, there's a group that goes in the first series, there's a group that goes in the second series, just trying to manage energy. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Going to be a screen pass. Mustang had him and just couldn't bring him down, so he's going to pick up 9.
Heck of a stiff arm. Nice run.
Sideline judge actually going to give him a gain of 8, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
We talked a little bit about Catoosa and their record and being down, but I know 3 of their coaches from Muskogee. They're great coaches. Coach Madrano's the head coach, offensive coordinator. He's going to spread you out and get it to his playmakers, and we're going to have to make those tackles tonight.
Absolutely. They're due.
Yep.
They feel like they're better than their record says, so quarterback's going to keep it. He's not going to get it.
No.
Defensive line just going to shut that down.
Looks like they're going to go.
Aiden Trimble on the tackle. Nice play in the hole. Gain of 1.
You see Aiden's wearing the red face mask tonight. That's a little bit of Mustang magic there. Every player or a player every week is going to wear a red face mask based on their performance and their grit from the game before.
So we're going to have a timeout on the field.
No indication who took it. The band. They're going to warn the band. Playing during the play. Is that a thing? Yeah. Playing during the play.
That's a new thing. I know Mr. Matthews was on about 12 last week because they did the same thing to us, and that's definitely a new thing. So I don't know that it's a rule. So
the official is meeting with our athletic director, Brady Despain. John's still playing. So go get him, John.
John will play.
John's not going to be happy. I'm going to let you know that.
I'm not going to be happy.
High school football. I don't know. I don't know when the band became not allowed to play. But.
Might go interview John. Just see where he's at on that, Kevin.
Do we have a?
He grabbed me last week. I didn't need to interview him. He was hot.
Do we have one of those buttons?
Quarterback keeper, he's going to lose a yard. So just like that, Catoosa's going to turn over on downs, and that puts a chink in just the confidence of that Mustang defense. Man, they had a shutout last weekend. They believe that they are strong, and they proved that tonight. So big turnover on downs for the Mustang defense. They'll take over first down and 10. Ball spotted on the 40-yard line. They're going to leave Devin out to the wide side of the field, still in a power I formation. Blake got him last drive on an offsides. 13 seconds on the play clock. He's got Devin again on the far right side.
They're 115 yards. They wouldn't throw it. Too short, I guess. They wouldn't let him work back to the ball.
So I'll bring up second down and 10. I got blue glasses on, but kind of felt like he tackled him, didn't give him the opportunity to come back. So maybe I guess the pass was uncatchable.
Yeah, he definitely beat his man, though. I bet we'll see that play again.
Handoff up to the left side. Going to gain a couple yards. Bring up third down and 8.
Lucky Lore.
Here comes your boy, Isaiah Ryan. Big target. Been able to dunk a basketball since he was, what, a freshman? 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Saul dropping back to pass, got all day.
Oh, how lucky.
Almost threw an interception. It was in and out of the
Gavin
hands.
Ragsdale. Wish he had that one.
Yeah, he's going to dream about that one tonight in his sleep.
We're going to make him pay right here.
So it's fourth down and 8. I don't see him sending the punter on.
No.
You're in 4 down territory. 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Anchorage will go in motion. He's got Noodle one-on-one.
No.
He's going to say it's a completed catch at the 2-yard line. How about that? Woo! Well, I don't know who had him as their player tonight, but off to a good start.
Yeah.
Much better ball there by Blake. That's a good throw.
First one, he was on his heels.
So it's first and goal from the 3-yard line. Handoff goes right up the middle. Aiden Trimble going to gain maybe a yard. So it's second down and goal. The ball spotted down at the 1-yard line. They just want to move the line of scrimmage. Mustangs hustle up to the line. Handoff again right up the middle.
No.
Catoosa knew you were coming. They had the box stacked and had all the gaps filled. Actually lost a yard on the play, so third down and goal. Ball spotted down on the 2 with 6:17 left in the first quarter.
Blake will keep it.
The Indians sent a center out, or a safety out to the outside, so kind of force the Mustangs to change the play. Blake is going to keep it. He's going to go left. Got the corner into the end zone. Stampede, touchdown. Just like that, the Mustangs are up by 2 scores.
They were crashing those in so hard. If he pulls it and goes, he's going to get the corner.
He saw they adjusted to the right side of the line, thinking there was a lot of real estate over there. He tucked and went to the left, and so add another touchdown to Blake Salt's stats.
I love how they waggle the play. Coaches get a chance to look at the formation, how they're defending, then they'll waggle play in, and it worked.
Oliphant's PAT down, and it's good. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Raising Cane's box combo, please.
Good call.
You think?
You bet.
Kane's chicken fingers are always fresh, never ever frozen.
Really?
Marinated for 24 hours, hand battered and breaded, and cooked to order.
Man, that does sound good. You must really love Cane's.
Doesn't everyone? Raising Kane's chicken fingers.
Thanks. You sure are good at this.
Hey, it's my dream job.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
After 2 possessions, the Mustangs have put 2 touchdowns on the board. Blake Oliphant's kickoff. Return back to about the 31-yard line.
I don't know if you guys noticed, too, on that last goal line stand, Catoosa shuffled a guy in, extra man on the defensive line, and that's when we made that adjustment to swinging out wide. So great job by the coaching staff.
Coaching staff gelling really well together. Spent some time with Wagner talking about that this week. They just like each other. They like working together. He's put together a great team. Chad Weeks coaches that offensive line, probably one of the best in the state as a position coach. Mustangs are showing blitz up the middle.
Oh,
it's
nice
going to get there.
Aiden Trimble just whipped his block. Impressive.
Colin Schrader in on the tackle as well. Bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Indians. It is fall break for the Mustangs. So today was parent-teacher conference. The students got the day off, get tomorrow off, and enjoy a long weekend with Monday. We'll be playing football Monday night on the road at Grove. Makeup game from back when we had some of those COVID cancellations. 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Screen play.
No pick.
Oh, man. A.J. Streeter read that from the beginning. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 12 from the Indians.
He was thinking touchdown, boys.
He saw green grass.
Score of interest, Hilldale 14, Mulder 07, first quarter. Hilldale number 6 in the state.
So it's 3rd down and 12.
May see them in the playoffs.
That's right. Pass complete to the right side, but he's way short of the 1st down.
It's a nice open field tackle by number 2. That's Max Hale.
4th down and 7. The punt team set ready to punt it away. Got a flag on this side of the field.
Oh,
Mustangs are just going to it's going to take a big Indian roll back to the 12-yard line.
23-yard bounce.
Do have some laundry on the field. We'll wait for the official call.
I'd like to mention Caden Smith. He didn't get a lot of love. He is a good football player. Makes a lot of plays in there. Kind of an unsung hero in there. We're going to re-kick. We're going to make them re-kick it.
So they're going to have a false start.
That's one of those 5-yard penalties that if we filled this punt right, could end up being a 30, 40-yard penalty.
Absolutely. Yeah, because they had great field. They had you backed up to the 12-yard line. It was an incredible punt. Got a big roll.
I bet you the coaching staff said, wait, son, we need you to field this.
He's going to take it at the 40. They're going to throw that flag at what probably looked like a holding, maybe even a block in the back. Wade Bright on the return. About 7 yards on the return. We'll see what the official call is.
Didn't get a good look at that. Did see a Catoosa Indian go flying. I hope sometimes the official will see the end result and to see a guy flying and assume. So let's hope that that's not the case because it looked like a good block.
They called it on the Mustang, so they're going to back it up. Ball spotted down the 35-yard line. First down and 10 for the Mustangs. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns on the scoreboard. 4:16 left to play in the first quarter. If you're a social media user, take just a second, hit that share button. Mustang fans around the globe can join in the Friday night football action. Blake looked passing to the right side. He turned and ran too quick. Devin Anchorage, the intended receiver, so it'll bring up second down and 10.
That's a nice play because if all he has to do is avoid one, and he's gone.
Three receivers for the Mustangs. They're going to check the play at the sideline.
Isaiah has a 10-yard cushion.
Yeah, he does. He's going to use it. Get the first down.
Yeah.
Then some. Isaiah Ryan on the catch. Gain of 11. First down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Some good hard running there, and that's something that's just opened up because we've hit them deep a couple times. They've backed off, and that's going to be there.
I know you can't see it on the camera, but he's a man out there. I'm telling you, that boy is tall. He's a big target for Blake Salt. A.J. Streeter, Devin Anchorage will go to the far side. Isaiah Ryan, lone receiver to the near side. Cade Riedel will go in motion. He's going to hand it off up the middle. He's going to get a good block. Gain of about 7.
Nathan Langby
opened up a hole.
Oh yeah, stayed on his block 6 yards down the field. You love to see that.
Second down and 3, so you're in grade 2 down, second down territory here. You got lots of options. You can pass, you can run. You're not in a predictable position. Mustangs like to balance the offense. Just going to hand it off up the left side. Break a couple tackles, get some grass. Good for a Mustang first down and then some.
I love watching him run. I mean, he'll put his head down, but then he'll give you a little shuffle, a little move, and then power at the end. I love it.
He has a way, just from the perspective of just looking at him, he can bounce off a tackler. There's just something about a guy hits him, and it just moves him further on down the field. He bounced off a couple of tacklers there. Got a first down and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball spotted down 38-yard line. 3 receivers for the Mustangs. Blake looking to pass. Devin Anchorage going to catch him behind the line, a little screen play. He'll lose 2.
Timing on that play looked a little bit off there.
Yeah.
But 8 come flying from that outside linebacker position. Jared Strasser made a nice play for Catoosa.
Isaiah Ryan's over here all by himself with a 10-yard cushion. Second down and 12 for the Mustangs.
Slant.
Blake's going to roll out to the right. He's got nothing but green grass. He's going to get 10, 15. He'll go out of bounds. About a 20-yard gain.
I like seeing receivers block downfield. Devin had a nice block.
Blake rolled out and saw that there was nobody there. Nobody scouting the quarterback. He likes to run the ball as well. He's had 183 yards rushing coming into tonight's game this season. A couple of those were for touchdowns. Handoff going to go around the left side.
Ball's on the ground.
And just like that, the Mustangs will put the ball on the ground with the turnover. You were just now getting into your red zone, too.
Joseph Gaza on the recovery for Catoosa.
Called his name a couple of times tonight for the Catoosa Indians. And Wagner knew that Catoosa had a good, strong defense. They'll get a takeaway there. Special thanks to our broadcast engineer, Rick Fisher. He makes us look fancy. It's a good thing you don't have a studio camera. They always told me I had a face made for radio.
And they were right.
Hey. With 2 minutes and 1 second left to play until the end of the first quarter, Mustangs on top 14-0. It's fall break, kind of a fall break crowd tonight. A lot of folks are traveling. A lot of the Mustang faithful are here. Thank you for watching wherever you may be watching. Miss a lot of our Mustang fans, maybe because of COVID restrictions or what have you, can't make it. Glad the Mustang Network can bring the game right there to your smartphone, your tablet, maybe your TV. I'd like to thank a lot of our great sponsors for making this happen. Advanced Homes, our tailgate sponsor. Rott Henry Construction, this week's game sponsor. So Catoosa's going to spread you out. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Quarterback's just going to keep it. He's got some green grass. He'll get the Catoosa first down and 10.
Cody Bush. Is that their first down?
I think it's their second. Here the Stallion Battalion giving it all they got while they can. Pass complete over the left side. Knock him out of bounds. Gain of about 7 for the Indians.
Kason Tuch, number 5, on the reception.
Cody Bush has been their quarterback. He was out with COVID quarantine. The number 4 is filled in for him. They're both can be slippery quarterbacks. Second down and 3.
Speed option, not there.
He's gonna sack him.
Not there tonight.
He's gonna lose 7 yards on that. That Mustang defense absolutely read that.
That was Isaiah Ryan.
Just got in there and blew that up. Loss of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
I know the coach has said even though Isaiah hadn't played, he has a good feel for it. He's aggressive. They like what he's learned so far.
He hasn't been sitting on the couch eating Cheetos and playing video games. I mean, he's a hard-working athlete.
Right.
Definitely an off-season in basketball the last few years, so already conditioned coming in. Pass incomplete to the right side. Really not sure who it was intended for. Looks like maybe it was intended
Taft,
for
number 9.
They're number 9, but just kind of a miscue on where the receiver was to run. So that'll bring up 4th down and 8 for the Indians, and they'll punt it away. He's a pretty good punter. He can flip the field on you, as he did a couple of punts ago. Wade Bright's going to be back to receive for the Mustangs. So Wade's just going to let it bounce.
He had no choice.
Had no choice. Ball spotted down, 26-yard line. So with 52 seconds left on the clock, the Mustangs will take over. They're on top of the Catoosa Indians, 14-0. 3 possessions and 2 touchdowns.
Interested to see what kind of set we come out in. We've been with no wide receivers. Last drive we were exclusively 3 wide receivers. So let's see what we come out in.
So I've got to spend time with Wagner in our coaches show conversations, just trying to pick his brain. Definitely an offensive thinker. Double Anchorage on the screen pass. Gain of about 4. One of the things you talked about he and Chad very much like-minded when it comes to offense. One of the things that they've, of course, Chad being former head coach and called the plays last year and offensive line coach, said, man, it just gels really together. They think a lot alike when it comes to offensive schemes. 21 seconds, clock is ticking. There's 13 seconds on the play clock. They'll have to snap the ball. Got Riedel in motion. Hand off. You go up the left side. Looks like he's going to get the first down and some change. Ball will be spotted at the 40-yard line. It's a first down and 10. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
At All Smiles Dental and Dentures, we offer a friendly, down-to-earth atmosphere, new techniques and technologies, expert doctors, and an experienced, caring dental team. We are proud to provide great dental care for your entire family. Your smile is often the first thing people notice and the one thing they remember. We'd love to work with you to help you keep your teeth and smile for a lifetime. We offer complete dental care for the whole family, from preventative dental care, cosmetic and restorative dentistry, pediatric dental care, dentures and partials, sports mouth guards for your athletes, and more. Please call today to speak with any member of our team regarding questions you may have or to make an appointment with our gentle and elite doctors. You can also request an appointment online at allsmilesdentalanddentures.com. Dr. Garrison, Dr. Allen, and our entire elite team look forward to providing you with the excellent care that you need and deserve. Give us a call today at 443-9900 for your next dental appointment. All Smiles Dental and Dentures, conveniently located just off of Highway 169 in Oologah.
Getting ready to start the second quarter of action. The Mustangs on top of the Catoosa Indians, 14-0. Guys, your take on that first quarter of play? I mean, other than putting the ball on the ground, your defense was strong. Your offense, they played solid. We're back at it. Oh, little screen pass to Isaiah Ryan. He's going to break a tackle. Woo!
That's a big hit.
That's a big hit.
He's look like Tyson looking for his mouthpiece.
He's a little wobbly.
Yeah, they're going to make him come out. I don't know if he's wobbly or they're going to make him get checked.
He was just holding on to the football, and the official said, yeah, you need to go sit down. Let the trainer look at you. He wanted to stay in. Completion's good for good long 3 yards. Scoreboard says second down and 7.
That's a tough run. Oh, Lord. Yep, that's a penalty.
Yep, too many guys on the field.
Yep.
I think it was Chance Bauman coming off the field. So that'll move the ball back 5. It's going to put them a yard behind the chains. So that'll bring up second down and 11.
Well, they let him keep his helmet, so I think he's okay.
It's all right. Handoff going to go right up the middle. Catoosa kind of read that. He's going to gain maybe 3 yards. So that's going to bring up a third down and 9.
I've been watching their linebacker core. They're solid.
They're crashing.
I like them. Number 32, Brock Ferguson, in on the play for Catoosa.
Going to have to balance that out a little bit. Open up your pass game. Pull those guys. Make them drop back into some pass protection. Joe Griswold on the far side. And I think Wagner's just going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. Mustang football. We'll be back with more right after this.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
10:40 left to play until halftime. Hello, everybody. My name is Brent Kellogg. Joined in the booth by Doug Winters on the sideline. Principal Kevin Hogue down there chatting with John Matt. Just checking on John. How's he doing? He all right?
He ran a little hot. He said if we get up enough, we're going to figure out what the penalty is for playing while the other team has the ball.
There's some
That's what I was
discussion
laughing
going on. They're going to ask to see the rule book here in a little bit. That's a new thing for us, that we can't play when they have the ball. So it's 3rd down and 10. Salt back to pass. Got all day. Oh, man. Had his man across the middle of the field. That's Cade Riedel. Flag comes in.
Maybe helmet to helmet?
Yes. Maybe a targeting call. Go to instant replay.
Safety came up and gave a second hit after the drop.
We're waiting for the official call.
A couple of big hits, and that's what we don't need here getting ready to play.
Yeah, you
got Monday night, Friday night.
They asked the Mustang players to back away. We were just curious. We don't know what they were going to do. You guys talking about the penalty or making dinner plans? What are we doing here?
You know my feelings on that.
You're ready for dinner? Oh.
No, when they huddle up, I just...
So here's the official call. It's a dead ball personal foul. That's a 1st down.
I shouldn't say that. With personal foul, they could be talking about potential ejection there, so that's probably what they do.
So that'll move the ball to the other side of the field. Spotted down to the 45, and the 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs. Just like that, you got out of 3rd and long.
Let's look for a big play here, guys. Maybe Streeter in the slot.
Coach wanted an explanation from Catoosa. Took four of them.
He told him, "You get back on the sideline." He was very exact with his body language. Oh, flag's going everywhere. I'm sorry.
They'll listen for so long, and when they tell you to get back, you got to retreat at that point or call timeout.
You know, I'll tell you, I've been in that position before. You only have like 23, 24 kids on your sideline.
Yeah.
You've had a rough beginning of the season, and you want the kids to know that you're fighting for them. And I think he thinks that kid did not do it, and he wants the kids to know that he's fighting for them.
There is a moment, especially in basketball, when a well-timed technical foul can spur, and that's in essence what you had.
Well, and if you're on their sidelines, that's a big play. You're going to get the ball back.
Yeah,
exactly.
Now we got a 15-yard penalty, and potentially you go up 3 scores here.
Yes,
that's going to be bad news for them.
Yes,
and this is a pivotal game even for Catoosa. You know, I think they're like us. They're 3 games in. You got to start winning ball games if you're going to have a shot at that 4th spot in the playoffs. And you can be better than your record, but there comes a point when that win-loss just gets heavy for you. So they're just going to line up in a power I formation. Devin Eckert's going to come in motion to the near side of the field. And they're just going to hand it off up the left side. He's going to break through. Going to gain 9 on the play. They might give him 10.
Can't say enough about Aiden. From my vantage point, he definitely had some shimmy in the hole, and he's always looking for the hole. You know, he's not just hitting it 100 miles an hour.
So Salt's tying the shoes of his receiver. It's called servant leadership right there.
Yes. True leadership.
I will be giving Devin a hard time about that in the halls on Monday or Tuesday. I guess we're back in school.
So Devin, the lone receiver, offset I formation for the Mustangs. Blake's going to find him. It's going to be good for a Mustang 1st down and 10.
Great catch.
Great catch. Ball was thrown a little bit low, but Devin able to get there and suck it in.
If I'm a quarterback and he can make those kind of catches, I might tie that shoe.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's what they were talking about.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to throw it to you on this quick spot pass.
Quick hitch. I'm going to tie that left shoe.
Yep.
Again, the power I formation. Hand off at the left side. Gonna have a flag come in at the. Typically, that's thrown at a holding call. It is holding. So that's going to
18.
It's thrown right at the line of scrimmage, so that'll move the ball back. Whew. Thrown behind the line of scrimmage. That's first down and a lot. First down, 22.
Good spot for a screen.
Anchorage will go in motion. Blake's being chased. He's going to roll out to the left. May just keep it. Try to get some of those yards back. Not so sure. Not up to me, but Tuck, you can pick up 4 or 5 of those yards. He throws it before he goes out of bounds, so ball will go back to the 30-yard line. Maybe thought he could get it to Devin. Second down, 22.
He may have been beyond the line of scrimmage.
Another ref huddle.
That may be what they're looking at, yeah. Yep, they're going to say he was beyond the line of scrimmage.
Nothing good ever comes about when they huddle up, guys.
The Hogue rule.
They're going to find something. You can't meet and not throw the flag.
Is that a 5-yarder? Is that a 10? It's 5.
Loss of down. It
is a 10-yard penalty. 9 minutes and a second left to play till halftime. Mustangs on top 14-0. Catoosa Indians have come to town. It is our second district game to play of the season. Beginning the first of 3 games that the Mustangs will have to play over 8 days. Monday night we go to Grove. Next Friday night we'll be on the road at Wagner.
It was a loss down. Be second in a
32.
long way.
Yep. Mustangs in a spread offense. Cade Riedel. You gain about 3 on the play. Not a lot there.
Their Mike linebacker, Brock Ferguson, in it on the stop. He read that one out pretty good.
It's going to break up a long third down. Coming up at halftime, our Mustang memory segment. Talk about
out
that
and
more.
Up right here.
Just a
Streeter on out and up.
Blake's going to roll. Got a couple of options.
Streeter.
AJ Streeter, you called it. He got it.
He didn't go up, but
little up and out route.
10-yard out. We'll take it.
Bring up fourth down, about 17, 18 yards.
Send Blake out, guys. Go for a field goal. Blake's got a big leg. He's been putting a lot of time in, so this will be a nice confidence booster.
Well, I was telling you tonight that I watched him practice, and 37 yards in, I think he was like 12 for 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, on both hashes and in the middle. So stretch him a little at 41 here.
Ball's down. Yeah, I think they got a hand on it.
Yeah.
Yep, number 9, and he's a fast kid. He's been circled on the watch sheet for the Mustangs. That's Aiden Taft got in. I think he got a hand on it. So you were third down and forever. Got yourself in field goal range. Still 8:14 left to play until halftime. Mustangs on top 14-0. Coming up at halftime, our Mustang memory segment. If you were around Oologah High School in the 90s, you heard the Mullen name. There were 4 of the Mullen kids, and they all played sports. So we're going to talk to one of the Mullens. little bit of an emotional segment, too. They were right in and around me. I went to school with 3 of them. And so that's coming up at halftime. Don't want to miss it. The Mustang Memories. I've really enjoyed getting to connect with some former alumni. Last weekend we had Brock Martin, who's a defensive end at Oklahoma State University, having an incredible season. Handoff going to go up the right side, gain about a yard. Of course, if you're a college football player this year, this is a free year of eligibility because of COVID. So Brock will have another year of opportunity to develop and grow, and he even talked last weekend in the interview, wants to give it a shot to go play at the next level. So I think that'd be fantastic to have a Mustang you could watch on Sundays.
That would be cool.
2nd down and 9 for the Indians. They're trying to play fast. Handoff going to go up the left side. Not a lot there. 24 for the Mustangs kind of brought him down.
You're going to get Aiden Trimble on a kind of a late hit here, and a little chippy between 2 guys, and kind of look like they got the second guy, which happens a lot.
Nate Morrow kind of slowed him down enough for a couple of guys to tackle him, but that'll all be negated on a defensive stop if it's a dead ball, late hit foul against the Mustangs. Penalty, 7:33 left to play till halftime.
If that was a key to the game, Coach cannot be happy. I think this is, what, number 4?
Yeah.
4 flags on us.
It is a dead ball foul on the Mustangs, so that'll give the Indians a new set of downs, a 1st down and 10, and move the ball 15 yards.
This is a big drive for the Indians. They go score here. They think they're right in it, and the only 2 times we've been stopped by a turnover and then shooting ourselves in the foot and having 3rd and 30.
Good opportunity for the Mustangs to finish strong tonight. Take care of your mistakes, protect the ball,
clean it up,
clean up your penalties. A little bit of a busted play. He's met in the backfield.
Oh. Look like maybe Caden Smith.
Somebody's get up. There you go.
Connor Linham, I think, was the guy that got to him.
Yes.
So a loss of 1 brings up 2nd down and 11. Hear the Stallion Battalion in the microphone. Pass complete over the right side, knocked out of bounds by Joe Griswold. He's going to pick up about 7 on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Indians. 6:37 left to play till halftime. You got to move the ball. Because if the Mustangs get the ball back, they're going to hit that clock and go in with a good, comfortable lead. Oof, he overthrew his receiver on the right side. Pass incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and 3.
Score of interest. Skiatook 28, Grove 0.
Wow. So Skiatook's one of those games we've got to make up.
Yes, sir.
They're wanting us to make it 4 games in about 10 days. Not sure how you do that. They're going to fake it.
Big fella.
Nate Morrow in there on the stop for the Mustangs. Cameron Hale was their punter that just tried to tuck and run. Why not? It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball on the 45-yard line. 6:28 left to play until half. Breeze has picked up a little bit. The flag at the beginning of the game was kind of just dropped, but there's a little bit of north breeze, cool air blowing in. It's a beautiful Friday night for high school football in Rogers County. Mustangs just going to line up, run the ball.
That's why when they go for a home run right there, right after basically turnover.
Bring up 2nd down and 7. Just power running football. Trimble with the handoff up the right side.
Wow. Good run.
Just good power running. They're going to spot him. Looks like they may give him the first down.
Going to be just short, about half a yard.
Cameron Neighbors, number 25, was hanging on for dear life.
Aiden's turned into a little bit of a downhill runner. When he gets that ball, he tucks that head and Blake's just going to keep it up the middle. They're going to move it probably 3.5, 4 yards. It'll pick up the Mustang first down and 10.
Credit to the offensive line there. They had a big surge.
Dobby, they just moved the whole line of scrimmage. You can hear the voice of Kent Jensen in the background calling the Mustang fans into action with the first down and 10. 5:19 left till halftime. Blake rolling out under a little bit of pressure. He's got this guy. He could go all the way. Nope. They're going to knock him out of bounds. Pass complete to Connor Lenham.
Did you guys see that block by Cade?
Cade was great.
Yeah, that was a great seal.
12 yards down the field, and that's a new wrinkle getting Connor Lenham involved. Good kid.
Great call right there on that formation.
Connor's just a junior. Handoff at the right side. Aiden Trimble into the end zone. Yeah. Good, just power running, smart offense. 5:02 left to play, and the Mustangs are on top 20-0.
Another good block there by Cade Riedel. Cade and him cross the finish line at the same time.
Blake Oliphant out to kick the PAT. Had a field goal blocked. It's hard to put that one against him because he's been pretty consistent all season long. Ball down, it's on the way, and it's good. Mustangs on top, 21-0. We'll be back with more right after this.
At Will Rogers Animal Hospital, your pet's care comes first. Dr. Ron Wallace and his professional staff provide a wide range of services for all your pet's needs, from surgeries, vaccinations, boarding, and more. The friendly staff at Will Rogers Animal Hospital makes your pet's care a priority. Open 6 days a week for your convenience. They're located just off Highway 169 in Oologah. Give them a call today at 918-443-4444 and book your animal's next appointment. Will Rogers Animal Hospital, 335 South Elm Street in Oologah.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum in my mouth.
Step out of the car, please.
I probably made a mistake.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
.502 left to play until halftime. Hello, everybody. It's Brent Kellogg. I'm joined with Coach Doug Winters, Kevin Hogue on the sideline. Kevin's it cold down there?
Oh, it's perfect.
Beautiful Friday night weather.
Probably 50. Light wind.
They're set to return it. Not a lot there.
Ball's loose. Knocked it loose.
They're going to say Mustang football, and you're taking over almost in your red zone.
I saw Bryce Stevens in on there. I don't know if he caused the fumble, but he was in on that tackle. They're excited. 3 phases.
A lot of energy on the Mustang sideline. Got to make sure you get the... Uh-oh. You got a big guy coming off. I think that's 59 for the Mustangs. That'd be Brody Sappington.
I was going to talk about that last drive. If you remember the first drive of the game, they ran that power football, same formation. They didn't mess around. They wanted to get that 3-score advantage.
Absolutely.
They invoked their will. That was exciting to see.
just leaning on the offensive line tonight to move the ball. I think they're trying to play smart football. We have put it on the ground once tonight. It did not result in any points for Catoosa. Mustangs out with the I formation. 2 receivers to the far side. 4:56 left to play until halftime.
Single back set.
Oh, Aiden Trimble. Man, he's dropped for a loss, about 7 on the play. That linebacker just came through. He had that red. They had a blitz, and boy, they sold out. And
that was Gavin Ragsdale for Catoosa.
Blake got some time, got a man. Ow! Man, he had his guy A.J. Streeter. He bobbled it, couldn't come down with it.
That was a great throw, guys. Right
great throw. Blake's a 61% completion guy. And that one goes against him, but he put it in the breadbasket.
Yes.
.420 left to play till halftime. 3rd and 17.
Noodle on a deep post.
Blake drops back, got some time. Scrambling a little bit. He's just going to throw it away. Probably the smart play instead of trying to force something to happen. So it's 4th down and 17 for the Mustangs. Just going to go for it. Might as well. And Catoosa's going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. Be back with more right after this.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzz driving is drunk. Wake up.
4:13 left to play till halftime. Hello, everybody. Brett Kellogg joined in studio by Doug Winters. Kevin Hogue on the sideline. The Mustang Network is live. If you're a social media user, take just a moment, hit that share button. Post it on your Facebook, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Foursquare, Zanga page, whatever it is you use. Salt back to pass. Got all day. Going to dance around a little bit, looking into the end zone. He's got A.J. Streeter. What?
I had a little oh no, oh yes to it on the kind of back across the field, but what a great throw, and A.J. making up for that drop early. What a great high point there.
Man, I got to tell you guys, I know your position players, your quarterback and your receiver made that happen, but I got to say about the offensive line. He had lots of time just to make. I know he had at one point had a little bit of pressure, but how about your offensive line just protected him? And I'm not an O-line guy. I'm a whopping 5'9", 175 soaking wet. But I think you got to give some kudos to the big guys up front. PAT is down. It's good. Mustangs on top, 28-0 at halftime.
I thought Salt showed a lot of maturity right there. He didn't panic. He gave himself time. Instead of tucking and running and having happy feet, he was able to set in there and find a receiver and make a beautiful pitch.
Yeah, keeping his eyes down the field and trusting in his offensive line. That's big.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, I don't think you could ask any more of the Mustang team over the last 7 days. They came in, pitched a shutout against Miami. They've done another half. So they are on to 3 halves. Well, there's 4 minutes left to go, but 3. I'm going to stop.
Please. Would you please?
Can you have 3 halves?
Can you have 3 halves? I don't know, but I'm going to stop because Doug just gave me the look like you just jinxed us. So are you superstitious?
I don't believe in that.
Do you have the lucky tie?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, it's an old Tabasco tie.
Back in the day, I used to have a lucky blue tie when I coached.
He doesn't have a lucky jacket because he usually throws it by about
oh, Lord.
midway.
Have you ever thrown a chair on the floor? I'm just asking. Bobby Knight. I'm just asking here. You have to.
I've been told there have been pools taken on how long the jacket would stay on.
I always take the under.
Thank you.
I'm still stuck on the 3 halves.
Well, all right.
I taught algebra. I never taught geometry. I guess it's possible to have 3 halves.
Yeah. Special team coverage is great by the Mustangs.
You know what I'm noticing tonight, too? Not just one guy making the tackle.
Absolutely.
Multiple Mustangs hitting the ball.
Connor Lenham on the initial tackle there.
The Mustang defense, they're excited about their 3 halves of shutout. Just going to say. When you've played a game and a half, you have
3 halves.
3 halves.
John will play up till the center bending over.
Yes, he will. Been texting with John. He's oh, the ball.
And stay with the Indians.
They will lose about 4 yards on the play.
This is the longest quarter ever.
Speaking of halves,
I said quarter.
Two receivers, the far side of the field.
Oh, fade.
Running back never moved.
Good technique by Joseph Griswold there.
Yes.
Sophomore, out there on an island.
Running back never came out of his stance. 3:18 left to go till halftime. You said it's the longest quarter. One of my favorite lines from the Jerry Seinfeld show back in the 90s. Cosmo Kramer said he spent a month in Lubbock, Texas one night. Love that line. I don't know what they're trying to do. Maybe you guys that have coached a little bit, but half of the offense never moves and the other half does.
Kind of like Button and Home Run Derby, I think.
Guess. It's 4th down and 13, and Mustangs will get ready to receive a punt. Last time Catoosa tried to fake a punt.
Mustang bounce there.
It sure did.
They're taking Savington off on a stretcher. Fans gave him a nice round of applause.
You heard Kent Jensen encourage the Mustang faithful to applaud Brody on his way out, certainly hoping the best for him. Precautionary measures being taken by the training staff. Appreciate those guys and the doctors that volunteer their time to make sure our players are safe. 4 receivers spread out for the Mustangs with 3 minutes and 8 seconds left to play till half. Quarter just going to hand it off up the left side.
Was a nice dip move. Dip in, dip out. It's nice.
He's going to gain 9. They're going to say gain 9 3/4 yards. 2nd down and a yard to go. Oof. Blake overthrew Joe Griswold. Bring up 3rd down and inches. 2:33 left to play till halftime. The clock does stop because of an incomplete pass. You can hear the beautiful sound of the Stallion Battalion in the background. Congratulations to John and Dave and the marching band. Aiden Trimble going to go up the left side. He'll get enough for the Mustang 1st down and 10.
They got a good penetration on that. He did a great job of reading that and bouncing it to the hole outside to gain the 1st down.
Right between the Langman brothers, created some space. Isaiah Ryan to the far side. 2 receivers are to the wide side of the field. Blake's going to roll out to the right. Oh! Number 9 got a hand on it.
Aiden Taft with the deflection.
Called his name a couple of times tonight. But congratulations to the Stallion Battalion Marching Band. We actually hosted here on Tuesday the OSSAA regional competition. Had bands from all over Northeast Oklahoma come and compete here, and Oologah came out with a superior rating. I'll tell you what that sets you up for when I call this play, and I'm going to tell you because this could be historic.
Deep post is open.
A.J. Streeter for his 2nd touchdown tonight.
There it is.
Good job there by Blake. It was open initially, probably for a short gain. He looked back to the left, kind of looked the safety off, and then it was touchdown city.
So with 2:12, you're on top 34-0. Oliphant's out to add the PAT. Ball down, kick on the way. It's up.
No good.
And it was like wide right,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, bad snap. Joseph did a good job getting it down, and hard to stay disciplined with your eyes as a kicker there.
So I talked about a historic moment for the Mustang Marching Band. So 2 years ago, they received, I believe, the first in school history, what you call a sweepstakes award, which means you got a 1 at marching competition and 1 at your concert band competition. We've always done well at concert competition, struggled a little bit with marching band. Last year they put together, 2 years ago, had an incredible marching show, so they won that sweepstakes. This year, I think the Mustangs, just because they've received that superior rating in marching band, typically, if history repeats itself, they'll have that 1 in concert band, but I think they're going to add the super sweepstakes if they go to OSSAA jazz competition and receive a superior rating with their jazz ensemble. I think it'll be the first in school history, a super sweepstakes for John and Dave. And of course, I have band kids, so I'm pumped about that.
I don't, and I would be pumped too.
About that. I just think that's historic for the Mustangs. Kickoff up the middle. He's going to bobble it, lose it for a second.
Ball's on the ground. Oh, they're hopped on it. Catoosa hopped on it.
25 on the return for Catoosa.
I think Max Hale caused that fumble there.
Cameron Neighbors on the return for them. They keep putting the ball on the ground. It's going to continue to add up.
Adam Shuck is the big man that recovered it for Catoosa. This is where you have a talk with your coaching staff at halftime. We talked about a little bit last week, and that's when do you put the young ones in?
Yeah. And you've got, again, 3 games in 8 days, and your next 2 games are big games.
I truly believe last week we hadn't played. It was the 4th week, and I just think we needed to, they kept them in for 3 full quarters.
Yep.
They needed to get some rhythm. They may rethink it. They might give them 1 or 2 series in the 3rd, and that may be it.
Well, and you also have to think about injuries. I mean, moments ago, Brody Sappington was carted off.
And he's an offensive and defensive lineman,
yeah.
and we can't afford to lose anyone, let alone a lineman.
Loss of 2 on the play for the Indians brings up 2nd down and 12.
We hope he's okay.
Pass complete to the right side to number 25 for Catoosa. And that's Cameron Neighbors. Called his name several times for the Indians tonight.
Well, they're playing soft coverage. Wade ran him out of bounds. Keep everything underneath with 1:22 left.
Third down and 3. $1:22 left on the clock till halftime.
Pickett.
Oh, good hit by the Mustangs.
Nice play.
Is that A.J. Streeter in coverage? Just knocked the ball loose. This pass will be incomplete. Cameron Neighbors on the catch again. Coach Ethan Rose, our defensive coordinator, love the energy he brings to the locker room, brings to the sideline. He was coaching in Metro last year when Coach Wagner came. Said he had a 4-hour interview with him on Zoom.
Fake.
They're going to fake the punt. Get the first down. So 1:14 left to play till half. New set of downs for the Catoosa Indians.
A little insight to Coach Rowe. I believe how you do one thing is how you do all things, and was in his classroom last week, the day after the debates, and his class had a 50-minute discussion about the debates, the facts, what was said, and there was not one argument. And I stood up and applauded them at the end because I said they just did something a lot of adults can't do. Let's talk politics for 50 minutes. And Coach Rowe was Switzerland. He did not share his opinions. He just let the kids talk, and it was fantastic.
I love how our coaches engage not only on the field but in the classroom as well. Some of my kids' favorite teachers are coaches. Jason Brown coaches our baseball, softball. I mean, just a heck of a guy. On fall break, well-deserved rest this weekend. Pass complete over the right side.
You guys were talking about the turnaround time and how do you handle the substitute situation, and looks like we're about 3 days and 21 hours from the next kickoff. It's not a lot of time.
Do that math.
And we're not done with this game yet. So.
I take it the coaches don't get fall break off tomorrow.
No, they're coming in at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to bring them some coffee and some breakfast, but they're coming in at 8, and they'll be working all weekend.
We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, or you can't drive high. You can run, or you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Asked what kind of family she wanted. She said, a family like yours.
Learn more about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
25 seconds left until halftime. 3rd down and 4. Catoosa going to take a shot at deep ball and throws it out of bounds. Pass incomplete.
Nice double coverage there. Blake Salt, JoJo Griswold.
4th down and 5.
You know, Joseph, to be a sophomore, has really got the technique down. He's using the sidelines, kind of pushing the guy outside, not leaving a lot of room for the quarterback to put that ball in there. Doing a great job.
And I think Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he's listed as number 2 on the depth chart for quarterback.
Yes, sir.
So next year, if all things stay as Blake graduates, it'll be his offense to run. I bet the Mustangs are ready for a fake punt this time. Boy, it'll take a good Catoosa bounce. He'll stop at about the 10-yard line. So Mustangs will take over with 8 seconds. I would imagine just a victory formation, take a knee and go to the locker room.
Yes. Yes.
Coming up at halftime, Mustang memories. Don't want to miss that. It's going to be a great segment, powerful segment.
Hilldale 34, Muldrow 7 at halftime. Bristow 22, Cleveland 7.
Really missed not getting to play Hilldale this year. Felt like that was a game last year that kind of got away from us. I think the Mustangs missed their opportunity to play that one as well. Kind of hated that COVID robbed us of those opportunities. 34-0. Mustangs on top at halftime. The Stallion Battalion will not be marching tonight, but when we come back, we'll have our Mustang Memory segment. We'll talk about stats, all that, and more. It's the Mustang Halftime Show. We'll be back with more right after this.
I want to take a minute and tell you about my friends at Gator Tees, where you can get the best in custom screen printing. I've used Gator Tees custom screen printing for over 20 years. They're reliable, dependable, creative, and simply the best. Whether it's your church group, Boy or Girl Scout troop, school club, sports team, you name it, Gator Tees does it all. You can bring your own design, or they'll create a unique, state-of-the-art, one-of-a-kind design created just for you, your event, or organization. Gator Tees has been making the best t-shirt designs in the Tulsa area for a long time. Give my friend Gator a call for a small or extra large order. Gator Tees is the place to trust. You're going to pay the same, so why not get the best? Gator Tees, 918-630-4357. That's 918-630-4357. Gator Tees, custom screen printing and apparel. And go Mustangs!
Welcome back to the Mustang Halftime Show. I think Kevin has got on the sidelines. Head Coach Wagner, go for it, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm down here with Coach Wagner. Coach Wagner, what's going to be the message in there for the second half?
Number one, hold on to the football. You know, this is the second week in a row we put it on the ground, and that bothers me. We've also had some flags again. You know, we had one drive, we stopped ourselves with penalties. The other one was a turnover. It's really not about the score. It's about playing clean football. And so we want to get that stuff cleaned up. And Coach Rowe's defense has done a great job tonight. I mean, those guys are flying around, forcing some turnovers. So offensively, we just got to clean it up and continue to get better.
We'll be back with more of the Mustang Halftime Show right after this.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Well, welcome back to our Mustang Halftime Show. One of my favorite segments we're doing this season is called our Mustang Memories, where we have an opportunity to catch up with some former players, some alumni that were and are a part of just the Mustang culture, what they call the red line, so to speak. And so I am joined this week by a guy I actually went to high school with. He graduated. He was way younger than me, but not way younger. But anyway, Pat Mullen is with us. And if you went to high school or went to a Oologah sporting event in the 1990s, you heard the Mullen name. His brother Sean's name has come up a couple of times in some of these and made some significant catches and helped us get to state championship games. Pat is played a little bit of football in college and now is actually coaching football. So Pat, first of all, welcome to the show. You are class of 1995, is that correct?
That is correct.
Well, man, talk to us about what happened right after you graduated 95, and I know you picked up, you lied to some girl to get you to marry you somehow. So talk to us a little bit about what happened after 1995.
Right after high school, I went to a little college in Missouri called Missouri Valley. I think Ben Dameron went there too. He was a year or 2 years after me. But I'd be lying if I said I played a lot. I didn't last very long, came back home. I guess I was a little homesick. Went to Rogers State for 2 semesters, 1 year, and then I transferred to Oklahoma State, graduated from Oklahoma State trying to get into vet school. Vet school didn't happen for me, so that's how old I am. I was on AOL chat with Dr. Keith Ballard one night, and he recommended I get into education. Gave me a contact lady's name, number, contacted her, and I actually got hired August 2003 at Inola.
So when you
before I was actually certified.
They took a risk on you, did they? So you also married a Mustang, correct?
I did. I married B.J. Hobson. She was in the class of '96.
When you
16 years.
When you think about your time at Oologah, and it can be a game, it can be a favorite play, or just a big moment. What's one of those big moments for you in your memories when you think about Oologah High School?
Oh, golly, there's thousands of them that I could come up with. One that sticks out to me. I know it's a sour note for a lot of us. We lost, but I remember playing Seminole at home, freezing cold. John Fitzgerald was a quarterback. He went on to play at TU, and we lost 22-21. But I'm telling you, that was one of the most enjoyable games I've ever been a part of.
When I think about the Mullen family, and obviously your oldest sister, Sharon, and then Sean, you're kind of middle child syndrome, right? No, you're the baby. You're the baby of the bunch, right? Yep. There was just a special young lady that walked the halls, and she was such a competitor. And if you were around in the 90s, you remember Colleen, and she just, from my perspective, and I was a grade ahead of her, never had a bad day, always smiling. She loved sports of any kind. If it was a ball, she could hit it, bounce it, whatever. And your family went through a little bit of a tragedy. Talk to a little bit about what happened to Colleen, and just give that story if you would.
Oh, you hit the nail on the head. She was a competitor. I had the privilege of speaking at her funeral, and I think I used that word. Unfortunately, she, November of 2009, she passed away unexpectedly. It was a difficult moment. You said it. She loved sports, anything with sports. She loved her kids even more. Her oldest daughter is playing softball at Haskell College right now, and her son is a football player at Foyle. Just unexpectedly on that night, she passed away. It's a moment that will stick in my mind forever, due to the day I die. And I didn't know at that point in time. I had two young girls, and I stayed up that entire night trying to figure out how to tell them that their aunt was no longer with us here on earth. But her smile was contagious. Her competitive spirit was contagious. If she was here today, she would be the one you'd be talking to, not me.
You're right. Let's just be honest. You're right. That's why we wanted to.
I think she's got 3 state championship rings. She was a force on any playing field for sure. She's greatly missed. And we spoke earlier. You know, the autopsy. They did an autopsy, and they don't know why she passed away, but it's just one of those things. And unfortunately, we had to be a part of it.
She was just a joy to be around. Every coach loved to coach her. She was a competitor. She was a huge contributing factor to those state championship rings that she wears. And I just remember as a student and the fans, and even though I was older than her, just watching her play. And every play, she had a smile on her face. And so she's a huge part of that Mustang culture too. And so is the Mullen family. Man, you guys were just very present, very active, very much in the 1990s. And a lot of fond memories, Pat, of watching you and your sister and Sean. And I want to appreciate you taking the time to do just catch up on the Mullen family. So let's talk about where you are now. Somebody took a chance on you and hired you to be a teacher?
Yeah. Like I said, Keith Ballard has been a major factor in my life, and I love him to death. Called my superintendent, Jake Crutchfield at the time at Inola, and they took a chance on me. Like I said, I got hired and started school on Thursday, and I had to take off school and go to Oklahoma City that Friday to go through some committee to say whether I could get my license or not. But anyway, I've been there for going on my 18th year right now, and I have moved from a biology teacher to a math teacher, back to a biology teacher, and now I'm an assistant principal in middle school and coaching middle school and high school football. So I'm decked out in my gold tonight, and we're getting ready to play Manford tomorrow, and everything's going well.
I'm 46 years old, and I would not want to go to your office to be in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Luckily, we got some pretty good kids, so I don't see a lot of them.
Patrick, thank you for taking the time to, number one, invest in the next generation as an educator. We appreciate that. I know your love for the game, and you still get to do that. You still get to be on the sideline, still coaching that. Thank you to your family for just the legacy that you left at Oologah High School in the 1990s, man. I appreciate you taking the time. We will be back with more of the Mustang Halftime Show right after this.
Rod Henry Construction has been in the business of installing and manufacturing septic tanks and aerobic systems for over 10 years. At Rod Henry Construction, we take pride in providing quality service and products at a reasonable rate. We're proud members of the Home Builders Association and the Better Business Bureau. You can visit our website at rhcinc.net. The customer is always our top priority. Rod Henry Construction is a family-owned and operated business with strong Christian values that will ensure our work. For manufacturing and installation of aerobic and septic systems, service and repair, give Rod Henry Construction a call, 918-371-1207. And go Mustangs!
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your family. Our team has an expert ability to take your individual ideas and build the blueprints that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way. Visit our website, advancedhbi.com, or call us today, 918-855-6597. Advanced Homes, building your dreams.
Rogers County since 1976. At Lakeside State Bank, our goal is to ensure that our community will enjoy the benefits of a locally owned and operated financial institution and to provide quality services no matter how simple or complex your banking requirements may be. We proudly offer you the latest in banking technology. Banking convenience is available through any touch-tone phone, internet banking from your home or office computer, and we provide a website full of information. We offer a wide variety of services in personal banking, business banking, loans, and mortgages. We are here to serve you with 2 convenient locations in Chelsea at 516 Walnut Street and on the corner of Highway 88 and 169 in Oologah. Visit our website at lakesidebank.com for more information on how we can serve you. Lakeside State Bank, big enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Raising Cane's box combo, please.
Good call.
You think?
You bet. Cane's chicken fingers are always fresh, never ever frozen.
Really?
Marinated for 24 hours, hand battered and breaded, and cooked to order.
Man, that does sound good. You must really love Cane's.
Doesn't everyone? Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
And welcome back. The Mustang Halftime Show. Catoosa Indians have come to town. Mustangs are on top 34-0. Coach, I'm looking at some Class 4A scores. Get this, there are 8 games right now that are something to 0. It's one of those crazy nights. 8 on top of Hera, that's in our Class 4A, 30-0. Wagner on top of Miami, 56-0. Poto on top of Stillwell, 26-0. Broken Bow on top of McLean, 24-0. Blanchard on top of Tecumseh, 14-0. Cash on top of Chickasha, 17-0. Oologah on top of Catoosa, 34-0. And then Cushing on top of John Marshall, 7-0. So it's that night for high school football.
Well, teams are showing their power.
So, in our pregame, we talked a little bit with sports director TJ Eckert from Channel 8 and talked about the uniqueness of COVID and the challenge it presents. These guys didn't get spring ball. Fall ball had to be adjusted, and so it's really one of those, the cream of the crop rise to the top. If you've got healthy program, you've got good coaching and so on and so forth, it's really starting to show itself at this point in the season.
I think also if you're very athletic, I think you have an early advantage. You can coach good kids, but great kids will have the advantage early.
Broken Arrow Yukon, kind of a bigger game. That's a 6A1. They're tied at 14. I'm a little bit surprised by that score. Union on top of Moore, and Union's 1-4. It's been a little bit of surprising of a season for them. They're on top of Moore 48-0. Enid on top of Edmond Memorial 20-0. Owasso taking care of business 21-7 over Southmore. Jinx and Edmond Santa Fe showed they're tied at 0. So just some scores going on across the high school area. 6 minutes left to play until the third quarter. What do you got?
Well, it's kind of a surprise here. Unranked McAllister 17, 7th ranked Coweta 7.
Oh, wow.
At halftime, it's at McAllister. Glenpool is staying a little closer than I thought to Collinsville. 3rd ranked Collinsville 28, Glenpool 6. I thought maybe Collinsville would have a bigger advantage.
Collinsville's going to make some noise.
They are.
They are. I mean, I think Collinsville's got a chance to go pretty deep in the playoffs. How far, it's COVID. And here's the crazy thing about this, what a lot of times you don't think about. You may have an athlete, like a starting quarterback, get exposed, and he's got to go out quarantine.
What's your bench depth like?
Exactly. And so that's what I'm saying. The programs that are going to have some depth, you got some bodies on the sideline. So let's talk a little bit of stats. The Mustangs had 12 first downs in the first half. They held Catoosa to 3. So defense just has really been powerful the last couple of weeks. Rushing 97 yards on 23 attempts, 195 yards passing, 12 of 20. In total yards offense, just in the first half alone, 292 yards. 6 penalties for 60 yards. That hurts a little bit. Blake Salt, 20 yards rushing with the TD. Aiden Trimble having a good night with 18 attempts, 75 yards just in the first half. I don't know if they'll bring him out in the second half or not. That's certainly up to Wagner and his coaching staff, but you got 2 more games to play in the next 8 days. Salt passing 195 for 3 touchdowns. So receiving for the Mustangs, Devin Anchorage, 47 yards and a touchdown. Cade Riedel, 1 reception, 2 yards. A.J. Streeter, 3 receptions, 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. Isaiah Ryan got 52 yards on the night. And then Connor Lynham with 1 catch for 26 yards. So it's reception by committee for the Mustang, and had a good half. 34-0 is the score.
I was talking to the coaches. They thought they would have to throw the ball. Maybe that was where Catoosa was weak. They're strong at the linebacker and in interior line positions, and they told me they thought they would throw the ball more tonight. So
if you've watched, the Mustangs have done, to me, compared to what we've done the last couple of weeks, I know you're building your case, you're building your offense, but they've just lined up in that power run.
Yeah.
Sometimes they've sent one receiver out, sometimes they've had them all tucked in, and hey, we're fixing to run the ball down your throat. Get ready, put your big boys on.
Well, I know old school, but I was back in the day. If we feel our athletes are better than yours, then we're going to strap it up one-on-one and prove it. So, nearby score, Tahlequah 30, Claremore 4-2, 7. So that's kind of a surprise. Tahlequah 2-3, Claremore 4-2, 30-7 in the third.
Bigsby probably could be the best team in the state.
I probably think they are.
Owasso,
that'd be a great game, wouldn't it?
There was talk because they both had teams cancel on them in the same week, and they were trying to broker a deal to get Bigsby and Owasso to play.
Didn't happen.
That'd have been a great game. That would have been a great game. I love Bill Blankenship, and Bill's a longtime friend of mine for what he's done at Owasso. Bigsby, a powerhouse. They're in two different classes. Bigsby 6A2. Owasso is 6A1, and so, but it would certainly be a good game. Choctaw on top of Muskogee 14-10. Booker T and Putnam City playing. Booker T, tell you what, Booker T's going to make some noise. They've got a chance. They're 21-0 on top of Ponca City. Bartlesville and Ponca City are playing at 7-3 Bartlesville. Just a couple of scores going on around when you finish watching Mustang football tonight on our YouTube channel. Make sure you tune over to Channel 8. Watch our friend TJ Eckert. He joins us every week on our pregame show. Just a heck of a guy. Now, he played football at Bixby, and so did a great piece a couple of weeks ago on the Bixby quarterback. He's just having a record season in the middle of a COVID year. We're 2 minutes away from halftime. Players are probably about to ready to come out and start their halftime stretches. We're going to take one more timeout. We'll be back with more right after this. It's Mustang football.
I want to take a minute and tell you about my friends at Gator Tees, where you can get the best in custom screen printing. I've used Gator Tees custom screen printing for over 20 years. They're reliable, dependable, creative, and simply the best. Whether it's your church group, Boy or Girl Scout troop, school club, sports team, you name it, Gator Tees does it all. You can bring your own design, or they'll create a unique, state-of-the-art, one-of-a-kind design created just for you, your event, or organization. Gator Tees has been making the best t-shirt designs in the Tulsa area for a long time. Give my friend Gator a call for a small or extra large order. Gator Tees is the place to trust. You're going to pay the same, so why not get the best? Gator Tees, 918-630-4357. That's 918-630-4357. Gator Tees, custom screen printing and apparel. And go Mustangs!
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
We are just about ready to get the second half of action underway. Wrapping up the Mustang halftime show. Mustangs on top of Catoosa 34-0. If you're a social media user, you got an opportunity to share Mustang football on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. What are you? You a Twitter guy?
No.
No? Facebooker?
Yeah, I'm old school.
Figured you were the Snapchats kind of guy.
No.
LinkedIn?
No.
Foursquare?
Social media.
MySpace?
It's in my best interest just to stay clear.
Yeah. I'm with you. Take a second, hit that share button, copy the link, and post it out there so folks all across the Great Plains of the United States can tune in and watch exciting Mustang football. We will be back on the air Monday night as the Mustangs are playing a makeup game. You know, we missed 3 weeks in a row due to COVID cancellations, and so we will be at Grove Monday night. And then next Friday night, we're on the road to Wagner. And it's a gauntlet. We're now to the tough part. Now to the tough part. So you've got 8 teams in 4A7. And that's the district or conference that Oologah plays in. I mean, that's an old, long 4A7. I mean, it's one of those old, what used to be what, the Tulsa 7, or what was it called?
No, they restructured it at state level, and it's
but a lot of those
the
teams,
old Tulsa 7 is scattered out everywhere.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was Skytook and
2 years.
Oologah and Sperry and
no,
Bristow.
Sperry went in it.
Okay.
It was Collinsville, Oologah, Skytook, Glenpool, Cleveland.
Okay.
Those guys were the old Tulsa 7.
So you got 8 teams in 4A7: Wagner, Bristow, Oologah, Grove, Cleveland. You got 8 teams to try to fit into 4 spots, because each conference, if you will, gets 4 spots for playoffs. And so Wagner they're beatable, but you better have your best night, and they better have some COVID players.
See, Bristow's been solid. They have a
solid.
good returning core. They're solid. Skytook is ranked in the top 10.
That's right. That's the 6th team that I was thinking about. That you got 6 teams that are vying for 4 spots.
Yes.
And so
I mean, that game Monday is going to be
It is.
I mean, they're all huge, but I think jockeying for 4 spots, I think Grove will be.
Grove thinks they've got a chance, and so do the Mustangs.
Yes, for sure.
Mustangs think they've got a chance to.
We haven't mentioned them much, but I want to give a shout out. I watched the cheerleader performance earlier, and they did a fine job. I know they work hard, just like the band, just like the football team. I just want to throw a shout out to the girls They did a great job tonight.
Takes a lot to make a Friday night happen.
It does.
You know, just to create the atmosphere from the marching band, the cheerleaders, the trainer staff. We got an incredible staff of trainers that make sure they got water and drinks and tend to players and do all that.
That's why
stuff.
Friday nights are so special in a community, because everybody really is involved, and everybody can take pride. You know, the band and the band parents and the band community takes pride. The cheerleaders and their parents, football players, their parents, the whole town that used to go to school here, had kids going here. It's an event. It's an event. So, you know, we're glad to see everybody here. We wish
Absolutely.
more people were here.
And we know there's folks that are watching online that can't. You want to be, but you want to be a part of the action. We want you to know we miss you, and we're excited for that day when we get the green light, whatever that looks like, that life can get back to somewhat normal. I'm excited to see these stands full again of Mustang fans wearing their Vegas gold and royal blue.
What do you think, Mr. Hogue?
You know, I was talking to Coach Wagner as he came back out on the field about some of the injuries that we've had accumulating, and you know, we were talking about when are we going to be subbing, and some of that's going to be dictated on who's behind you. We may not have some positions that can sub, so you might see some upperclassmen playing a little longer than maybe we think they should, but there's no next man in some of those spots. Got a little update, wishing the best for Brody Sappington. So came off on his own, but had some pain in his neck, so we'll be thinking of praying about and praying for him.
You bet.
Mustangs won the coin toss, and they elected to receive, which means the second half they're going to kick it away. So Oliphant's kick will go to the right side, about the 25-yard line. They'll get about a 5 to 6 yard return on it.
I could see that kind of kick in the next two games with the speed burner that Grove has deep, speed Wagner has at the skill spots. Yeah. I mean, that's a nice, you know, high pooch, up back, 30-yard line.
Coverage guys time to get there and
30-yard line.
Keep it out of the hands. The guys that
it's
can
not
fly.
bad. Yeah.
Yep. So they're on their fourth half. You know that defense. You guys are giving me grief about that. Bubble screen to the right side. He's going to drop the ball.
Oh, right into his hands.
So what turned into a little bit of a wild play will be a gain of about 8 yards for the Catoosa Indians as they come out to get started.
Now, Brent, I know you went to school here, right?
Yes, sir. Class of 93, baby.
I don't know who your math teacher was, but you can't cut an apple into 4 halves. That's how I used to teach it. You cannot do that.
I got to figure out how to say that right. Larry Buster, be mad at me for saying that these days. Little screenplay. And they're going to strip it. This time the Mustangs are going to scoop and score. Hayden Trimble going to put a defensive touchdown on the board. There's no laundry on the field.
It may be him scoring the touchdown, but it is A.J. Streeter that fought off a big-time block and made that fumble hit. So, nice job, A.J.
What else can you ask from your defense? They've had 3 halves of shutout. Now they've put points on the board.
Think about A.J. He's come a long way. You think about Collinsville, wasn't a starter. Yeah. Now he's starting both sides of the ball, and not just starting, but playing well. So, happy to see the development in him.
We've definitely called his number a lot tonight.
Absolutely. Blake Oliphant on for the PAT. Ball on the way. It's up. And it's good. Just like that, without even an offensive possession, the Mustangs are on top 41-0. I want to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
You went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
I love this song! I love nachos.
Loving everything? You might be buzzed.
You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. Mustangs on top of the Catoosa Indians, 41-0. They played pretty much, I'm not going to say perfect. We've had some penalties, and we put a ball on the ground in the first quarter. But other than that, your Mustangs have done pretty much everything the coaching staff has asked from them tonight.
Yes, they have.
Did have a missed PAT. Oliphant's set to kick it away. Going to pooch kick it again to the right side. Taking about the 35-yard line. A couple of Mustangs got to him. Number 47 on the return for Catoosa, and that's Kellen Watkins. So that Mustang defense is back at it.
44, Connor Lenham in on the stop.
Isaac Zhang in too. He's a big-time special teamer.
He is. I like watching him on
Good
special
kid
teams.
too.
.11:26 and the clock is ticking. Screenplay is going to go incomplete to the right side. Second down and 10. If you missed our Mustang Memory segment at halftime, that's going to pop up on our YouTube channel. We'll populate some of the other ones. We've had a conversation with Tad Jones, Brock Martin. Our guest tonight was Pat Mullen. Had a sister named Sharon that played in the 80s, brother named Sean that was a receiver for the Mustangs. A couple of state title games. His sister Colleen played on 3 state champion softball teams. So the Mullen family, big contributors to the Mustang culture in the 90s. Quarterback going to keep it up the right side. Not a lot there. He wrapped him up and took him down. That's Caden Smith on the tackle for the Mustangs. He'll gain a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
Big old bear hug just slamming down. You're going nowhere, fella.
.50 left to play. At some point in there, they make decisions. I don't know the rules on this. You guys might, where it just becomes a running clock. And I don't know what the score differential has to be. I don't know if it's a coach's agreement. I know we got into that in the 4th quarter last week, and maybe it is only in the 4th quarter that they do that. Mustangs show a blitz. Joe Griswold to make the tackle. Gain of a couple is going to bring up 4th down and 5. They have faked a couple of punts tonight. Got one for a 1st down. They're going to punt this one away. Wade Bright usually does, and he will fall on it. Called for a fair catch, and it got through his hands. Ball's down to the 30-yard line. Mustang offense will come out 1st down and 10. It's their first time to have possession of the ball in the second half.
And I don't know if any of you have ever taken a punt. That is probably my least favorite thing I've ever done in athletics.
I know they have rules to protect you, but boy, there's still something about a guy that's in full sprint with his eyeballs pegged right square on you to tackle you.
I did it for 3 years. It's not fun. The worst hit I ever took was I fielded a short punt and paid the price. Oof. It is not fun.
Loss of a yard on the handoff up the middle.
Rotating in some of that deep running back crew that we have right now.
That's Nate Morrow in the backfield for the Mustangs. 18 seconds on the play clock. Nate's going to go up the left side. He'll gain about 3, but there's laundry on the field, so there's a flag down. And if they huddle, Kevin Hogue holds to the idea it's typically not good for the Mustangs.
My experience is no. Oh, yeah, here we go. We're calling them in. Reinforcements for the meeting. They got their notepad out. Can't be good.
So on Tuesday, not to take away from our current moment, when we were hosting the Oklahoma Secondary School Activities Association, there was a band on the field marching the song Crazy Train. And you guys will never guess what happened right here.
There was a crazy guy probably that came onto the field.
No. Train right in the back.
Oh,
I mean, timed perfectly.
Oh, okay.
While they were marching to Crazy Train, you heard that train whistle in the backfield.
That ought to get you bonus points. That's
exactly what I was about to say.
You know, we're 100% on graduation trains, too. It's just part of it.
So it's an illegal fist bump on the Mustangs. I have no idea what that call is. I haven't seen that in several years. But it's going to back them up.
I don't know what it was. Looks like they're calling it on Devin.
I think it may be a legal blindside block.
Had to go to the experts.
Back.
Yeah, potentially something, you can't hit somebody low if they're already engaged in a block.
A.J. Streeter going to go in motion. Blake's going to just keep it. He's going to go up the left side. There's a holding flag.
He's already around the end.
It's one of the things Wagner talked about they need to clean up is keeping the laundry off the field.
I don't want to say mercy flag.
So the Mustangs are just going backwards. You guys are giving me a hard time about doing math with 3 halves, but I'm going to let you do that one. 23. No, 32.
A long way.
Good gravy.
Let's just punt.
Good news is at this point, everything's half the distance. So it's not a full-on penalty.
Our fans are showing their love and appreciation.
Yeah. Connor Lenham will run on the field for the Mustangs. Good news is it's second down, 36. Just going to hand it off up the middle.
Brock Ferguson, middle linebacker, in on the stop for Catoosa.
I don't know if you can see Coach Wagner, but he is not coaching like we're winning 41-0. I promise you.
I can hear him. I appreciate you being down there by him. You get, it's almost just like the NFL. You can hear the hits.
The lead blocker was supposed to get to the Mike linebacker. I can tell you that much.
I think folks sitting in Florida could tell you that much. Hand off up the right side. Get a little bit of that yardage back. Punt unit's going to come out. Maybe the first time we've punted tonight.
I think it is.
Oliphant will stand in his own end zone. Good snap. Punt's on its way.
We will be challenged to keep that goose egg up there. Good field position.
To about the 34-yard line. You'd like to at least get it to the 50, make him go the distance, half the distance.
Rotating some kids in. Looks like Cody Siegfried seeing some action maybe for the first time on defense tonight.
You know, some of those veteran defenders are saying to the younger guys downstream, hey, there's a 0 up there, and we plan to keep it that way. Quarterback just going to keep it around the left side. Flag going to come in. They'll probably call a holding going that way. Fair and balanced, what we're looking for.
Holding?
It's a spot foul, so wherever the infraction took place, they'll move the ball back 10 yards.
I was not at the conference meeting this year, but nor have I ever been, but I want to say holding must have been a point of emphasis because I don't know in 4 games I've ever seen this many holding calls on both teams, not just us.
The guy's going to have to put some Bengay on his shoulder. He's going to have to ice his shoulder after the game.
So it's first down and 20 for the Catoosa Indians with 6:37 left to play. The clock is ticking. Left to play in the third quarter.
Oh.
Pass complete over the left side to number 5 for the Indians.
Hey, I want to steal a second. I walked down here by Dwight Tackett and just thinking about school. It's the second straight week that we didn't have any cases at the high school. Actually, almost 3 weeks now. And good effort to the community and the kids and the masks. But they do a tremendous job of cleaning up every day, and I just appreciate them.
Quarterback's going to roll to his right under a little bit of pressure. Pass complete to number 25 on the right side for the Indians. And that's Cameron Neighbors.
If A.J. Streeter had a mean streak in him, he could have decapitated that guy. It would have been a 15, but he held up.
So third down and 3 for the Catoosa Indians. Pass incomplete on the right side, overthrew his receiver.
You know, you mentioned him being out with COVID a little bit. Their quarterback, and definitely seems like on the throws, he's definitely an athletic kid, got a good arm, but they haven't been on the same page with the wide receivers tonight.
Yeah, he's had a couple of those where if he could have connected, it would have produced some yardage, even put some points on the board.
They had a chance there, and just a little miscommunication.
So fourth down and 3 for the Indians. Mustangs. Pass incomplete on the left side, so the Mustangs will take over. First down and 10.
Big drive by the defense there.
Good job. Yeah, absolutely.
Short field, make them go 4 and out. Nice job.
You got some of your younger players on the field as well, getting some quality snaps.
That's impressive closing speed by Wade Bright right there. Nice job.
So first down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Good run.
Handoff up the left side. Maxim Becker? Nope, correction.
Nate Morrow.
Nate Morrow.
You know, Nate coming through the hole there, and he gets down low. There's not a lot to tackle. So,
yeah. Mustangs just content to burn the clock. Let this be a good slow drive.
Can you get a flag if you're playing during your own team?
Nope.
Position?
I think it's only when the other team has the ball.
Okay. Run.
Break loose there. Nate Morrow broke out of a tackle.
Yard short.
Yeah, what we're being told with the band, I know Athletic Director Brady Despain has already put an email in, but as soon as they get to the line of scrimmage, we have to stop playing.
That's a new one on me.
It's called home field advantage.
We played so much back in the day.
Oh, hit it.
I think he's going to get it. I think forward momentum's going to give him the first down. Yep, so they're going to move the chains. First down at 10. So Wade Bright,
that's
going to break a tackle. He got a stiff arm a guy. Pick up about 7. Good run from Wade.
Not only can Wade run, he made my coffee this morning.
Oh, did he really?
At Harbor Coffee.
All right.
So he was up early and put in some time there at Harbor Coffee.
How was it?
Harbor Coffee's tremendous.
Yeah.
That's the third time. I think he's getting residuals.
Getting a kickback.
Yeah.
No, I can assure you.
You get a coffee a week if you mention us on the air.
The next time you're in there, why don't you talk about sponsoring Mustang Network football?
Oh, there you go.
Doug and I like coffee. It's Bryce Stevens on the carry for the Mustangs. Didn't lose a yard, I think. Bring up 3rd down and 4 with 2:23 and ticking left to play in the third quarter.
I'm just amazed that these kids are successful in class and sports, and they can work, and they're getting it all done, and it's impressive. A lot of kids here.
Mustang culture, baby. Just going to hand it off. He's got a hole. They're going to throw a flag in the backfield. Don't want to presume too much, but typically that's where they throw a holding call. And he did indicate it's going to be towards the Mustangs. So it is a holding. Spot foul. So they'll move the ball 10 yards from where the infraction took place.
Yeah, coach's body language, you wouldn't think he was up by 41 points.
You can talk to him Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock, and he's hoarse. Joe Griswold, go in motion.
Middle screen.
Pass complete right over the middle to Nate Morrow. Uh-oh.
Get up. Got rolled up on. You see that sometimes.
It's one of your big boys, number 55, Colin Schrader, a little slow to get up. It's 4th down. Mustangs are going to send Blake Oliphant and the punt team in to punt it away with 1:10 and counting left in the third quarter.
Oh.
He's a tough kid. Sometimes you're too tough for your own good. The coaches wisely take him out. Talking about a kid as a freshman placing the state wrestling tournament.
Take a little bit of a Mustang bounce. They'll stop it at the 39-yard line. So the Catoosa Indians will take over 1st down and 10. Mustangs on top 41-0. We play again Monday night. It's an earlier time. Correct, Kevin?
6 o'clock kickoff to help on a school night. Help an old man out, too, an old principal out.
So kids can come to school late on Tuesday, like first bell going to be at 10 o'clock.
That's a big negative.
We're not doing that?
Big negative on that. I will say, though, through the first 9 weeks here, we fewest tardies, not even close, that we've ever had in the 4 years I've been here. So kudos to the kids for getting to class.
So 27 seconds and counting.
Trips near side.
3 seconds on the play clock. He's not going to get it off. So they're going to call delay a game on Catoosa. That's hard when you're starting a possession. You should know what you're going to come out and play and what formation you get into. And getting a delay a game point at that point, that's tough.
Anyone know the district record for flags thrown in a game? We have to be quickly approaching. Mr. Jackson was sure hoping we were going to get out here a little earlier tonight, but it's not going to happen.
How about that? Bounced off the intended receiver. The Mustangs, number 27. That's Wade Bright with the interception.
That's a good pass.
Good pass. Good second catch from the Mustangs, so they'll take over 1st down and 10.
You see that a lot. It's a shame that goes as an interception to the quarterback. He threw a perfect pass.
Yeah, he did.
Just, misplayed by the receiver, but
pretty hot ball.
Right. Yeah,
that's what you want. You want a nice, fast, but your receiver, you got to get your hands on it and wrap that thing up.
Schrader tried to go back out. Coach just pulled him back again.
Yeah.
So he's running a little hot right now. He wants to be out there.
Handoff up the left side.
There's a little
Morrow on the
lateness.
carry.
Yeah, that's a late hit.
Yeah.
Gain of 5 will bring up 2nd down and 5, and that'll end the 3rd quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
At All Smiles Dental and Dentures, we offer a friendly, down-to-earth atmosphere, new techniques and technologies, expert doctors, and an experienced, caring dental team. We are proud to provide great dental care for your entire family. Your smile is often the first thing people notice and the one thing they remember. We'd love to work with you to help you keep your teeth and smile for a lifetime. We offer complete dental care for the whole family, from preventative dental care, cosmetic and restorative dentistry, pediatric dental care, dentures and partials, sports mouth guards for your athletes, and more. Please call today to speak with any member of our team regarding questions you may have or to make an appointment with our gentle and elite doctors. You can also request an appointment online at allsmilesdentalanddentures.com. Dr. Garrison, Dr. Allen, and our entire elite team look forward to providing you with the excellent care that you need and deserve. Give us a call today at 443-9900 for your next dental appointment. All Smiles Dental and Dentures, conveniently located just off of Highway 169 in Oologah.
Welcome back to the 4th quarter as the Mustangs are on top. Catoosa Indians 41-0. Gentlemen, we have ourselves a new quarterback in the game tonight. Joseph Griswold going to hand it off at the right side. Look at him go. He's to the 15, to the 10. Going to catch him. Nope. Into the end zone. That is a Mustang touchdown.
Huge hole there. Good job, offensive line.
Good job, Nate Morrow. Just running downhill. Carried a tackler into the end zone. There may be an injured player on the field.
Yeah, there's a Catoosa Indian down right now. They're stretching him. Looks like a cramping issue. You know, you could tell today that running was going to be an emphasis, and the offensive line felt good. They were fired up. Of any group, any position group, the offensive line was fired up for the game, and they came out and showed it right away, and they're still carrying it on.
Chad Weeks been around here for a long time. I mean, he's an alum here. He's in the Pitt State Hall of Fame. I mean, played offensive line in college and just does a great job coaching that position group.
Yeah, he's tremendous and all-around great guy, great family. Glad to have him around.
Man, if just one thing of him and Winters, if I could get them fixed, they're both big OU guys.
Boomer.
Little inside knowledge. Coach Weeks' wife's from Iowa, big Iowa State fan.
Yep, that's right.
They've had some good victories the last couple of weeks.
Yep, that's been hard for him. I'm sure. Kicks up and it's good. 48-0 Mustangs on top with 11:49. And so if you're Oologah, you've played through the easier part of your district schedule. It's the gauntlet that remains. We're 7 weeks into our schedule. You still have Bristow, Cleveland, Grove, and Wagner to go. And Skytook somewhere in there. Got to make up a game at Skytook. So that's hard on bodies. That's hard on preparation for a coach to get your stuff ready. Especially because those remaining teams are going to be competing for those top 4 spots in district play to get to the playoffs. I think the Mustangs got just as good a chance as anybody.
Speaking of districts, Skytook 42, Grove 21, 4th quarter. Wagner 70, Miami 8 in district.
Well, Miami scored on Wagner. Didn't score on us. Oliphant set to kick it away. Take it at the 15. He's fast.
Here's a flag.
I think it was Cody Siegfried got a hand on him to bring him down.
It was. It was Cody.
They're going to call a face mask on the Mustangs. So that's going to move the ball 15 yards. Across midfield. Catoosa will take over first down and 10. Actually put the ball right at midfield. Hands to the face, 10-yard penalty. 11:39, the clock is counting.
A lot of new defenders out there.
Quarterback's just going to keep it. Tackled by committee.
Quarterback stayed down.
Brady Evans, one of the Mustangs, in on the tackle. Cody Bush is their quarterback, and he's a little bit slow to get up. Missed a game a couple of weeks ago, so they had to go to number 2 on their depth chart, number 4.
Some 4A scores. Yeah, Broken Bow 24, McLean 6. Ada 43, Harris 7. Poto 47, Stillwell 0. You have Sky 2 Grove we gave earlier. Blanchard 20, Tecumseh 14. Barn Burner and Salisaw, Black Diamonds 33, Fort Gibson 28. Cushing 7, John Marshall 6 in the 4th.
That's a big game at Salisaw. I think Fort Gibson's undefeated on the year. They're off to a really good start.
Yeah, 6-0.
Some of those games would be playoff teams that we would meet in the playoffs. First down and 10 for the Indians.
Quarterback sweep.
Yeah, that was the old student body right play there.
Aiden Taft on the carry. It's like gain of about 3. Bring up second down and 7. 10:45 and counting on the clock. The Mustangs wrap this one up. A quick turnaround. They'll be on the road Monday night. It's a COVID makeup game from one of the 3 games we had to cancel or postpone. The coaching staff will have the players back here tomorrow. Well, I guess coaches will be back tomorrow. They'll be practicing tomorrow afternoon. Screen to the right side.
Yeah, they're going to keep it as normal as possible for the kids and bring them back in at 2, just like it was 7th hour. Just try to keep that routine.
Yep.
I think we're under, 90 hours till we play again.
Wow. Fortunately, Grove, they had done a little bit of preliminary work because we were supposed to play him a couple of weeks ago. He's going to be close to the first down.
Get up.
Big collision at the ball, and
Blake Oliphant, our kicker.
Oh, that's not what you want.
Tell you, Kevin mentioned him earlier, but number 2, Max Hale, been watching him tonight. He's been doing an excellent job on that corner. Been impressed with his technique and his play tonight. Sure hope Blake's okay.
With an injured player down on the field, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Well, the Mustang kicker, Blake Oliphant, was the injured player. He's walking off under his own power.
He's keeping that arm on his belly. Makes you think it might be a shoulder.
I haven't seen the depth chart on who's the backup kicker.
A wrist, a shoulder.
Mm-hmm. High snap.
Oh, nice play. Nate Morrow really came up, delivered a blow, 4th and short. That's our ball, that's right. Nice play.
That defense will hold again.
Great job by a bunch of young kids out there battling.
So the Mustang offense under the direction of Joseph Griswold will take over 1st down and 10. The ball spotted down on the 25-yard line with 9 minutes and the clock is ticking. Just going to hand it off left side. Not a lot there. No
Bryce
gain
Stevens,
on the play.
running back.
Bring up 2nd down and 10. Beautiful night, Friday night in Oologah, Oklahoma.
False start. Talk about Bryce Stevens. I was over kind of doing an observation. Coach Wagner had strength and fitness class, and he was putting in an All-American workout. He was getting after it. And like I said, he's our 2nd, 3rd string running back, and he was working out. He was getting after it. It was impressive.
Oh, through the hands of his intended receiver, Braxton Moore. Braxton's going to want that one back. Little screen play for the right side. Pass hit complete. 3rd down and 15 with 7:35 on the clock. Handoff. Nothing there. Loss of about 4 yards.
Brock Ferguson again on the tackle for Catoosa.
7 minutes and counting. 4th down and 19.
Well, we'll see a backup punter.
Yeah, Blake did not come out, so.
Braden Stovall, freshman.
Next man up. Wobbly punt's going to take a Mustang bounce to about the 37-yard line. So Catoosa Indians remain scoreless tonight. Only had a couple of 1st downs on the evening as well. They'll take over 1st down and 10. 6:25 left to play, and they have just kept the clock rolling. Monday night, 5:30. We'll be on the air.
Choose us over Monday Night Football.
Oh, yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Do we have to take our own table again this year?
Yeah. Probably have to take our own tent, too. There's a chance of rain. Just don't know if that hinders your decision to go. Uh-oh. He's going to break loose on the right side, left side. They'll knock him out of bounds. Number 47 for the Indians on the carry. That's Kellen Watkins.
I tell you, if you've never been to a game at Grove, it's a great little stadium. Sits down. It's old concrete around it. Also, on the way, you can go to Anita Clanton's.
Is that in the schedule?
I hope. If you're riding with me, it is.
I really do enjoy Grove Stadium. They've got LED stadium lights, and so we were there last year calling the game, and Grove scored a touchdown, and the place goes pitch black.
Yeah, and they
flash them.
Yeah, they flash them.
It's a wave with the lights.
It's like you're at a rave party or something.
Yes.
I thought, we've had a power outage, and I was thinking traditional stadium lights that it takes them 15 minutes to come on. Yeah. I thought, well, this is going to be a minute. And
Coach Winters was having flashbacks to his college party days. He started fist pumping and jumping up and down.
Don't tell everything you know.
Back to his hula hoop days.
Nice touchdown saving tackle by Caden Smith as we move on.
Mine's coming. I know one of these days you're gonna find one of my sources. Just don't talk to Rick Fisher.
No. Rick and I already got. We're gonna find a picture.
Well, I had a mullet. My senior picture hanging in the foyer of Oologah High School. I am supporting the Gundy mullet, baby. You got to wrap him up and get him down.
Nice job, Mustangs.
A couple of defenders come to help, so it's a loss for the Catoosa Indians. 4:16 and counting. Third, about 14.
Big 72, Jackson Gill enters the game, freshman at the D-line position. Big boy.
Trying to get the right personnel on the field. They're going to
fumble. We're on it.
And I think the Mustangs come up with it. How about that? Ty Cherry on the fumble recovery for the Mustangs.
Pretty much a freshman group out there, and the upperclassmen are going to be super happy about that. Keep that goose egg on the scoreboard.
It's fun when you can get everybody in the game. Practice seems to be a lot funner.
Well, and these guys had to go for 3 weeks so they can play a game.
Right.
Well, they're going to make it up over the next 8 days. And we're going to fumble it back.
Ball still squirting out. Side judge saying Indian ball.
A little bit of a high handoff for Joseph Griswold, and so the running back had a hard time kind of bringing it in. So just like that, the defense will get to go back out on the field. 2:47 and counting on the clock. Join us Monday night, 5:30 for pregame.
You got to wonder how many reps some of those kids have with each other. You know, I'm sure they're getting Griswold some reps, but is he taking them with the first team?
Sure.
Some of that's
freshman.
Yeah, you're a foot off here. So that's going to happen, but we'll see how the defense responds.
We didn't have a free safety out over on the top. Came running on the field at the last second.
I think Nate Morrow helped bring him down, but I may have misread a number. Might have been Joseph Love. Gentlemen, I think it's safe to move on. You got a game Monday night against Grove. It's a really important game. Grove is going to be one of those teams that will be contending for the top 4 positions. I'm just going to throw this out here. Coach, you could probably speak more to this. Carry along the left side. It'll pick up a first down for the Indians. You've played 2 probably teams that are definitely going to be in the bottom half of your district play. Be celebratory. You walk off. You've shut out 2 teams in your district. That probably won't happen a lot this season. Be celebratory. But be serious.
Oh, the coaches know that.
Yeah.
The coaches will have them. Again, this was 2 confidence games, I believe, under a new coach. New coaching staff was much needed, where they believe in what they're doing. I think it'll be a dogfight. Oh, push off.
Ball's going to bounce before the receiver can catch it, so it's going to be incomplete. But how do you, in the mind of a 15, 16, 17-year-old kid, help them from becoming overconfident in, hey, we've shut out 2 teams back-to-back?
That juniors and seniors understand. They really do. They played those teams last year. They know who's coming. I think they keep you grounded.
Absolutely. The eye in the sky is not going to lie with the penalties and some of the missed blocks. I know I've heard some of the coaches talking about. They're going to be in watching some film tomorrow, and they'll be able to get their attention.
Pass complete over the right side. They'll get him down.
Oh, they're going to take a timeout with a running clock.
They're going to stop the clock. 16 seconds. They want to get that goose egg off the board. If you're Oologah, do you send your veterans out there to protect the shutout?
No.
I knew the answer. I just didn't know if you'd.
Now, the seniors are in the coach's ear. When I was the coordinator, man, I had guys in my ear.
Yeah, coach.
Come on, coach. Come on.
We certainly wish Catoosa Indians and their program the best of luck as they run the gauntlet of their schedule this season. It's first down and goal. The ball's on the 2-yard line with 16 seconds, so they've got 2 timeouts left. Would second guess if they don't get it in, they'll utilize it. They want to do something to put some points on the board here. So here we go. Handoff up the middle. I think they're going to stop it.
Yes. Is the ball loose? Forward progress is stopped.
They're going to call another timeout.
So with 7 seconds left, Catoosa will take another timeout, talk over. They really want to get some points on the board.
Is that one of ours?
No.
Nope.
Number 17 for the Catoosa Indians is walking off. Cody Bean is the injured player on the far side. Gentlemen, it's been a joy. It's been an honor. Thanks for spending Friday night with BK on the Oologah-Talala Mustang Network.
So you weren't my first choice, but...
Well, I know. Fisher said he was busy. Couldn't make it happen without our technical director, broadcast engineer Rick Fisher. Brett Wigington has been our camera operator tonight. Johnny Dearmo, our statistician.
Now, you hate to see injury like that on a play like that. No one to second guess timeouts, but when you're running goal line offense, a lot of bodies piling in there, and you're going to have a higher likelihood of that. So let's hope we can make it out clean here.
Second down and goal. Ball's at the 1.
Same play.
Ball.
Oh. The Mustang faithful is not happy with that.
No, they are not.
Coach Rose fired up, though. I can tell you that he's proud of these guys as a JV crew out here playing defense and
a lot of freshmen
not giving an inch.
They're getting on to
They're getting the clock
keeper.
Just leave your thumb on it.
Oh, he's leaning out the window giving it back right now.
He is. Yeah, he is.
Welcome to high school football in Oologah, Oklahoma.
Even our clock keeper can't get a break.
Hey, we're on everybody. We're on them, we're on the officials, and we're on our own clock keeper. You really hope for the kids and the kids that are out there that we can stop them here, and I think you'll hear the crowd kind of let loose if we do.
Here we go.
The band's playing, by the way, too.
Third down and goal.
Quarterback power.
He's going to string it out right.
They're saying short.
Yeah.
Inspired. The JV defense will
Look at the stuff. That's all. That's what it's all about
Yes,
right there.
sir. Ha ha.
Well, congratulations, Coach Wagner and the Mustangs. We'll be on the air Monday night at 5:30. It's a final score, 48-0 to all of our Mustang faithful joining us tonight. I'm Brent Kellogg for Kevin Hogan, Doug Winters, and Rick Fisher. You guys have a great fall break. We will see you Monday night. So long, everybody.